na ama Ghana for do na kasa in fact enya Ghana for nko na edi nkomo foforo enso edi nkomo as to how party intimi enko eye work and so intimi enko intimi ko Canada for the Panama game no ne nyina ho nkomo de ba na me sure say abejafo ebe me di nkomo kakra wonso a wutie Facebook na mo ka say sound nema ba to afede me sure say atom kama yeah wonso no wadwen kire ne say bibi sasa na say FIFA yi fairness say any city but well yabahwe ni nyina na yabo ehon nkomo no pay ewe dwumadi because a story abama I get the world of football very worried, especially Ghanaians very worried. Go party a senior member of our national team, and of course an integral one for that matter. Na yenye issue party battle UK. So alleged rape cases are yedi atunisi. Yenyamfa party enkojina court emyenka say asamwa nipa bi ato so no udi nwofo anase wudi ho bem nemum die nyina yenim ene se nipa no gise dina kojina court of competent jurisdiction ama court no eto eye nhwehwemu mi atoto nipa na yade asem na to no so ano no wagye atum en yehu se no kre saabo no wadi ansana yetuma ka se wu ene nipa asem se ebo no we but party situation ente sa eye kwadu ena obidi abono se party ye se wonya nyeye ye nyina yenim but decisions be eba so be kaya shase kan fi ya she England national team ni so mo dwene say omo ne Ghana game no wo mo players enchia Thomas Partey na ye ka say na ekosi ene di mu a abeyi we enso apie a twa say akofa a lot of controversies enso diaba ti unso obotimi a contribute ewo enkomo ayedi by way of sesia no okọ ye Facebook no search Pure FM TV we say video no eda ho na wo do adwenkyere enso diaba na che say yedi ho nkomo sanso ene be be phone lines no na ya jo adwenkyere enso TV dia fa bodafo nyina wa Christian Atnas Maxwell enso Atnas Jacob achu say any production team nyina enso ye set wo mo ekochiri 7 area gun krata so fidie so a ye ba be bo ho nkomo me di Andrew so betia from and Casudas ene also room e wa America na ya na musini Chairman Bright can come to our America. Na you could nkomo kakra. The Black Stars of Ghana swear, and of course, issue here about on party there no said here. Omo America onso no. Omo World Cup na se no. Almost ever this news. Ti and there dey be kwa homa na so. Na ye ne Chairman BKB akwa kodi nkomo. Na ya he ensino nyina apom asibire. Na minim se dodo na di ebi mu bu ofu pa. Me amenia kwadwo bechi. A petition and I say why your petition be or say or send it ama FIFA empening for anybody sir or so in charge because on so party the on tiasie bechi ewo United Kingdom e hono na me hu say Arod and so Switzerland and so say message World Cup we more than political but then na che say yemfa enkomuni nyina emra. Sir Christian, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Andy.
Na apomboko.
Oh, Namia dum bibia the din just that enwana me no deal as en kaudi GC Bremi and be tia refi for GC na but bibia fine.
Yeah, refi. Namia admen.
Bibia fine.
Ye pon a beto fashion.
But me omo ye nyatwo. The biggest hypocrite e the ekoso no FIFA. Say Morocco any hosted the World Cup and Morocco deny a Canada full player B entry into our country now FIFA will step in.
FIFA also no or might be so immigration and 70 or more na take a charge or to be make say we manifest a manunku we manifest
the World Cup anymore no you have to insist.
Yeah.
So key actors of the game there, you should not deny them entry into the country. Key actors, without them, and they can be workable. Now the one day country be denied a country be coach. So umra krumo. Then what then happens to the team? The team ba tournament now see umani coach umra krumo. Dieba yi. Ebetime do stage bi no. Na bia for say Argentina ba World Cup. Now we deny Messi entry into the World Cup. What's Argentina team no? You can prevent just one player from so be raw chrome. So one player peno as a team no. Now me I just want country be or ye bold. Say about boycotting the World Cup at this stage. FIFA any replacement. Nanka affect FIFA. Then they will begin to act. They say no. My me feel so bit me as I did in Iran. Iran a boycotting World Cup na. Say FIFA team go for replacement.
There big tournaments in Yasha.
And Keba say Ghana a league ayebui na team ye jaibo. What say tournament no?
They all for you.
What say tournament no? And one country be might decide say they be the no. They are just opting out. When you opt out, then FIFA must begin to take interest in immigration issues. Because FIFA catch and say they are not interested in countries be immigration laws so they are. Then country now hosting World Cup on the catch country back we say even though you have qualified, but Mutim will not be allowed to enter into the country. And what happened to FIFA's air tournament? FIFA nyachum. Amaya nyachum and omajai and America and Canada for air the wope. And the same FIFA. Why is America still playing football? And the same FIFA. And the catcher say America akotwa Russia akotwa she Ukraine suntino by virtue of say akotwa she Ukraine suntino or ma suspending no.
Yeah.
You can say America omuni Iran. Omuni Iran. You can say Israel omunko I say a Palestine crowd move and say state. By Israel or Lebanon. Israel in Lebanon, Lebanon for so. Every day, Biano asking people to evacuate. But Israel is still a member of FIFA. USA is still a member of FIFA. Adia Russia, FIFA, EU, free mono. Israel and America are the same thing, but they are still members of FIFA. They are still allowed to compete in competitions. Party body wa any day. They are party body we and can see country be among practicing democracy. The Canada for na no and can see o man bi so a among new constitutional rule any democracy ntum.
Na omo Canada for no na yama referee an tournament a hwehwe ni mu omba san om de referee no ye bo work up to omedi games onyo omo a.
We say enti no de ayi and can see o man bi so a ebianka Islamic State bia omunye democratic asebe sa represent no omun so no ebiana nko omde omu sa omu autocratic nature no edi now entry into the country, but a country that practices democracy edi ade we di pata highly unacceptable. And a democratic rule you can't say no one is guilty until proven guilty.
Yeah,
they say they are some so now court na emu asem no encharge unwe ya society a pronounce say we guilty dada. Public opinion e pronounce say we guilty. We understand because public opinion there obi abetimi for me opinion about you, but a state amode mraye adwuma there you are not supposed to act like this. You are not supposed to act like this. Benjamin Mendy case to remind among for said there be and you be a rape to no so no differ.
Yeah.
Only Benjamin Mendy cases, you know. Now how many women normally involved? 8 count. 8. You try now the Nico Kotum Emily Lusu valuable time of his football career. And Lusu contract with Man City. Yeah. Later about Bontino, Benjamin Mendy and the Hussein. They are accusing Benjamin Mendy wrongly. Emily Lucy. And just imagine the amount of money Benjamin Mendy lost. The accused Benjamin Mendy wrongly, no. Nobody punish him. Obian punish no. So in this case, party court. Now, meaning can't say party be deep, but or go through proper trial. Party go through or start trial in now party comes out. So innocent. Having Canada prevented an innocent person from entering into their country. Why are they being judicial? Asami yankamwe. Egusu ayeka. Ebia ni wonuma party jitum se waye.
Yeah.
And once a party pleading not guilty, HSA or ready to go through the trial.
Yeah.
Anytime my best party or court to be answered, why veiling who court? If you party body any way. I have in Shannon if you fair, some statement if you fair reasoning in Ano, and a crowd time buffalo. This is your tournament. And country be our just obey what you tournament, the obligation then rests on the country, say, or making sure that say ABA supporters, any journalist, and not coaches, not referees, not footballers. Without coaches, without referees, without footballers, can there be a walk up?
Na FIFA rank be there FIFA lo nshi bidi FIFA unton gari unchi gari nton FIFA la ho no e boy ya na ma FIFA Gianni Infantino o supremacy aba benya nyina no o dia okuta sese nyina no e footballers na mo said because without them, just as Christian kan no, without football there is no FIFA. Without FIFA so there is no you Gianni Infantino and na wona ma woju din say
you cannot care anything can't be say or non act but
Sadia Muyi Sadi we say an American player and ye de charge we have to know so to me do muyi
and I make us say the Canada for no say your Canadian player bia Andy ebia ya accused of rape and then Morocco and the host World Cup and Morocco deny sa Canadian player no visa to enter into Morocco kaka FIFA will step in because Canada American player and they decide we dino in another country and FIFA will step in countries they decide ni di omo country FIFA see them as insignificant as a ketu everything don't pay your meeting there your mind
Maxwell mami wa umre mu kakra na yenhwe ense say ena kasa party birthday o.
Oh, okay.
Ena Thomas party birthday.
Oh.
Yeah, ena Thomas party birthday.
And then 13 June. Is it planned or what?
Ena party birthday.
Party has gone through a lot in these few times, so but let's pray and hope God will see him through. And it's very painful. Because we have Black Stars team now when a party the leader. Forget about your bombs ban and the carry. On the field of play, I think a party player. He obetumi puti or kama boom on your makasa well 2 or 4. He has that in him because he has played at the top level for a long time. He's played with stars and maybe our could be our distinguishing. It's so unfortunate. Said these things, but ADSC mebwa. See the way forward for our team. Psychologically, between an effect on us, and we can also turn the same thing into a good stuff. But what I say, so that depending how Ghana team because Partey not going there Andy. What's this? This World Cup year, most of our top players are not going. Partey is not there. Jiku minim there do. We say Jiku will be provide a lot of leadership. Ye nim there buy or no zo ko pra wanko. Sali sunso we chewa ye jini dinswa. No lie. Partey sunso no ye senior man or Kobe. For form ning ye there but o jinema ye Partey. At least I ngere kro muhuna. There is some kind of respect and the manner in itself. It helps the game. Partey so onko. And the me match or me obi a me mabemu mbu Elias awo me nye obi a me deb obo se mabemu bu na nye easy. I'm not that type. Nti me ayana me share the positives in aspect because I can say every negative thing beyond say uye ni ya at the positivity at the ba. Nti ande bia na Ghana ye osha into a new era. As far as our football is concerned, because these things for me, I don't think they are normal. How can all these our top players, by one reason or the other, and the ombe out of the squad? See, it be a time for others to rise. Into more honor, they should keep their head cool. Also, the truth of the matter, what we need to understand. Also, and the assemble be our senior fan.
Yeah,
you will be or no any populist type. ebia we o man yade we sana like Ghana most of us nyina sa we anyade we you say obi so hwe no judicial level or hwemra and obi so ehwe asem ne critically into obi anhwe from one angle. But what we don't understand say issue bo obi anadwen ne say send you no hwe na so obi ahwe ne say it is not like that. But just what you say. One they say the United States of America Emma Patevis money and Tomo country na me boy. But Canada money visa. The question is why? The US ni nim sen ko mo no mo ye no match nchina ni ade no. Omono they granted him visa and he's in the USA. But other than Canada and granted a visa. Bibi underline bibi womana. Also what we need to understand is say Bibia mekasa as obi obeka say we as nyina ye penenye no kre. Obi na beji sika no wa ma obi. Monye pe. Sebe say yewra ho bodwa nipa no motena kra no. Excuse me, ye wo ntena ne obabi a yetena. Me no ye ntumi nkotena me no. Ana one me ngadwen.
Say ahemfu kire bi da bia.
Exactly. Ye ntumi ntena me ne obabi a ye betena ne omo nso baby omo so betena. President Eba omunyo omo ye Ghana fo. Ye nyina so ye na this you. President of the state, or no citizen of Ghana, the treatment be money and mobia. It is the same as sorry in cry de kwa heaven Andy. Treatment be ma so for nebian and money and fama sorry ba meboa. Ain't the countries no treatment obi benyano. All the countries will not get it is so it's an life, a principle in life. It is what it is in life. Treatment country be adibia country be your befa no cost code free no. Country be obeying up sanctions and punishment. It is what it is. You can't change the sanity. Because even above for no cry, say or more heaven no crown. Say already difference levels they are all not equal. And so what's my argument now? Difference even in the evil world crown different be too many different difference. We see courtesies need to make them. But them is America sometimes you more man broso. And the fact that they rule the world no sanity. A drew event be to say and the nasen of any bahwa de honom be show say indeed yen ye we meaning so what they are making us no home sorry and they would like to want to do it. But why was Partey refused visa to Canada? One, you read Canada immigration laws. Issues like this, I say you read Canada for immigration laws. The Diana Walker, Ghana immigration laws, I can't day. A beer America immigration laws, Andy say there are some two biswa. Yan convicted na yabema ne visa. But it be a Canada laws in the woman say farmer. What about that one? You can't tell me say because it be America the amount say Canada the manu. It doesn't work that way. Meaning so what's my argument na say? So the little I know, and I stand to be corrected, say in Canada, what they are saying say a part of their afraid to say immigration rules and they say and a requirement to get a visa and they say if you are accused of a crime, maybe you are standing trial. They can refuse you. And the what you must say, Omon can say, oh, yeah, criminal, and I say, yeah, convict to and I say, and convict to and I say, would defer, and say, be a defer only for court and kind. That's not what they are saying. It's a different matter. What they are saying, the more Canadians, paid almost requirement for gaining a visa to their country. But I couldn't say, when you are accused of a crime, not all standard trial, they can refuse you on that. But Andy, Emrani nipa na nipa ntine ye emrana meboa. It's the same emrana ya ye. It me favor bi na san so I den edi obi. Me am ya pa because party free man your leadership of Black Stars team I don't trust Jordan. I don't trust Jordan in terms of leadership. I don't. I really don't. Because even Jordan gaining the captaincy, it was a whole lot of fight within Kudus and all this stuff. Later there was a lot of complaints there, but Ohe Party the way like or conduct and he's one of the guys and this all kind of what would have been good. I'm not happy, but say sometimes say Ghana for yeah I send you Togo be and yes you different mostly and to me and say Togo for say because of saying to say mine. I hope so what's my argument I make, but me name say England for no a rugby or more play there. England for say no more kind Andy. It was trumpeted. England for cancer we are singing now so make kan enti e no na a trigger Canadians no mo say say asem we cause and yenko hwe mra no mu ye because ye mistake e bia will be exposed It's England for an IS ad, or when start year, Diana, a year whole lot. And also assembly or high, but people don't give credence to it. But the more uncle for started can send me A and B, no, and the a chinko for graduating, a business man go said, then let's go in. It's a sad situation, but as it is, it will not be reversed until say be a recent time. And a FIFA crown or Muslim America for. So I'm quite wrong. We know say FIFA can say. Oh no born away but a ball mine people or mine emra or didi ne mine so no omu to member and it is what it is unless it be on your minor kasa no minor kasa on be amend your rules FIFA e be a Ghana hosti AFCON wa ni if is a Ghana mine sebi so be yare Ebola mbajo utie and some of these diseases no ba na be Ghana FIFA cannot tell us a man emra we Ghana who decides be man aba na se man emra and then also your ho kwan and mbajo utie ase nti Ghana na preparation to this World Cup in there this this World Cup me hu nyoma yesi ye kobo because Andy there is another news oh now I say ebuya bem but I hope say maybe yes, I didn't it's a bad news and sticky situation, but there is nothing we can do. So we need to focus.
Immigration laws, no, Masola Lika Kanina. But you Ukruma see, and at the same FIFA, FOC Kata, a man is a son in Mara Ukrumo, and the hosty walk up. Kata said in Unzao. Kata enkramofo ma yesi abonji kura no untimi nso obansa oba be pia this is how omo dressing yibi but in that World Cup period no FIFA any Kata ekotena say once the World Cup ba na wo ba ne de e also gum kakra then na FIFA force Kata ema omumra omudibu oman no in the period of the World Cup there Kata egum renum emi host World Cup. But the same FIFA cannot intervene for America and Canada. So let me soften on immigration laws kakrebi just for the sake of the World Cup. Yanka said no and the omunyamo biawu. If say Qatar for a Canada for immigration laws prevent an accused person from entering into their country, it might be their immigration law. But obetimi the supporter do person oba. Obetimi di any other person journalist be a person oba. But a footballer Andy or you known onye obia or you prone so bejani. I Canada could say honum. Never match just play one match and leave the country. And maybe a maso kan ya menene ya bi ni say mo bian kan sem na daw. Say equality before the law. All of us are not equal before the law. You can't do trum keke. So everybody is equal, equality before the law. But a do baby say before the law, certain people are bigger than other people. And say equality before the law now. Oma come here who say a doomra okokota and the emrani die. It doesn't matter who you are. Emrani do I be do and the emrani do be obefan who demand the same rani do I bet you. We are not the same. And World Cup PAC, I mean, we say all of us are not the same. Their levels. Your boja, now your trade baby, VVVIP. Continue.
VIP class over
now. We are not the same. This is me. It doesn't make sense to me.
Much and you be here.
Man, to me, I'm sorry, I'm not paying.
So they all say, old Kai.
Akutuma ko discount dia imani biwa. Akuta ko $50,000 or they were born in
Paraguay for no very solid defense. No more young humante. Nigeria for say Balaguno and run and make Canada make mechanic or
Monaco.
Almost is all man called World Cup Balagun had the leading scorer of World Cup for Nigeria.
Omu player back so Tenny Oluwase also Canada. So Nigeria is at the World Cup. Nigeria players on more than they say Ghana. I say Nigerian artists are performing a World Cup.
Yeah.
Nigerian player Oluwase Tenny Oluwase everybody ma Canada enra. And then another Nigerian player as a body man USC as about 2 goals. So Nigeria is at the World Cup.
So for your coach. Yeah, and we say ball or more ball. Oh no, US or money ball. Oh yeah, Andy, what about from Meso? You see, first half no on bomb. Yes, I'll quite disallow one go. And yes, it just says you know best. Oh,
ever be give him. And we said the World Cup no come see at TNT. Yeri carry party at the end. We enter home any day by the Besaba. Na yasabi doing concern medical can any chairman BKB and so everyone come on this same issue. Party anybody come all the way from the America near said the USA and so said the nations I will opening ceremonies near started here with Mexico on Friday and on Thursday and on Friday in Canada omoyo and now much in America almost ayomodenti 3 days 3 opening ceremonies and so etimiako so menyina for the World Cup and one sem and so but ansana no yen kwamoro ne 957 no emu for mafi wia na dia kanyina no and so etimiato so before yen komo live on Pure 95.7 of join e Facebook Pure FM TV sanso na kwa YouTuber na wa search Pure FM TV won sabetimia kanyina yen won tana fe fa jumade and so entosmamo mame fantugas eno Canada game no and so timiko so Canada any Bosnia ebo 1-1 eno aya branch reference aya silver rain and a share goal na so Canada na before that no na player look at as a first goal at the Ama Bosnia second half no 78 minutes and a Canada woman and so ultimate kind of game no for 1-1 and I said the Hunsam and so city mami fa we and together how much here about 1 a.m. and America and Paraguay game no and so ultimate because USA share 4 Emma Paraguay team work ongo from a branch France Bobadilla one eshe ongo Edema USA a player France Florent Balogun and 2 goals Samson Giovanni Reina and so Bako Mauricio and consolation about Paraguay. Yet the one some Ebamu Ewojumade so away and then about 7 p.m. Group B, Qatar and Switzerland, Ebesiakai, and 7 p.m. Sounds and a Group C and Brazil and Morocco game on 10 p.m. Yeah, no joining here and so I was 17:59. Not yet Yamonita said Brazil and Morocco game and Subesiako Shannon so our game at 1 a.m. Haiti and Scotland, Ebesiakai, about forward Australia, Turkey, South and Germany, Curacao, Ivory Coast, Ecuador, Netherlands, Japan, Nina Mochana, and a side games and Subetinacoso, Nafi on a Sunday, Omache, Sweden, Tunisia, and 2 a.m. We are 4 p.m. Spain, and Capo Verde, Saudi Arabia, Uruguay, Nafi Egypt, and so Belgium, game and Subetinacoso, Nina World Cup air matches, no, and don't come ever Jumade sa and I said there was some answer city yera in 7 years in community about a work abadikai at the resource hold on and sweat media ba maminko and 7 way na yamon commando pay mamin shasem and for free a top 5 more valuable a national team squad ever World Cup 2026 way a Savia confidential for and this Saturday sweat media but must say a team some as a countries one answer qualify 48 countries no one almost squad your value almost the top 5 the tennis almost value France almost squad no 1.52 billion euros England and a toss 2 almost value no 1.36 billion Spain a toss me 1.22 billion Portugal and a toss 9 1 billion and Germany a toss 947 million dollar and euros and the value Portugal and Germany women's national team and a toss number 5 and said the Mame aye Senegal na ye new commando pay nano medebatu enra and Ambeka La Côte d'Ivoire supporters 500 Omunyina US for Edina Omunyina visas. Woman to mean travel from La Côte d'Ivoire, America. Some support to my country. No, Mammy friend to get Oduru Senegal. So monitor Senegal games. Woman was supporters a base. Go for me over time. Etro Senegal. Eddie Guaman because over top. No, over paint to white. Now over the green. Eddie spell Senegal. Senegal let us know number of and that's the number of letters no. Sani pano and so etro. Jemet and as a Senegal by no coy. Sanka oko visas and so Yamasanko for the Diamante and some idea almost entering Enkobi. Senegal, a team never walk up without any official supporter because of delegation, you refuse to win visas and a latest report ever. You don't some Ebamu and so much medicine and Africa. I am Nadella Cote d'Ivoire omo ntimi enko Senegal supporters womu enso ntimi enko enom said ya hun seviti a yet emamu ewo dwumade no so South Africa sports minister mami owura friends Gaitan Mackenzie onom sports minister edema South Africa wadinanom to Omar Atan den sense no a wone Centurion friends Robert Marawa enam edin komo and was na ono kwa wonti asem biase o mo se obi kabi na referee no uju Somalia womu emani diplomatic passport still America farmer na nko no sere na yetimi di diplomatic passport emo biasa dia na chase referee Omar Atan oye diplomat o se ehode o se conversation sha said no o come so no enanka oye president and so America we were enka on issue visa and come kwan Emma Owura friends Omar Atan and so in country because opinion no e wo say oya referee name onye diplomat DNT and your confer diplomatic passport and so edema no na akwado politician also on your politician referee no on your politician on desire and say any kwase man diplomatic passport and Gaitan Mackenzie or your sports minister was South Africa and on the sound common so dia ba yet ewo dwumade ne se World Cup and hun sen sama ekwaso nyina no mame fa we ento yese uramo enso ewo Iran Mami opiniona your friend Madi Mohammed Nabi na Madi Mohammed Nabi udru Irana wanu supervisor edema Iran almost soccer federation opinion ni na wa accuse FIFA president Gianni Infantino wafeli se obe deliver the promises or se omo promise Iran se omo full access ama Iran enso be bom games omo 3 matches ewo US no omo nyina full access nemom ebesin ne omo delegation enipa mako 15 ya refuse omo nyina visas omonte Gianni Infantino onkawe and one chasam oni FIFA for omonkawe enfanje Iran opanyene say woman enso atimi every and say woman afeli on some deliver more promises yenti Madi Mohammed Nabi onom supervisor at the Iranian Soccer Federation nenkoma wono enso ediaba no nsemi bidi
تیم ملی ما انجام نشده.
National team's key members have not been processed. Whose responsibility is that? Is observing these regulations the host's responsibility? Which entity is responsible for not implementing these protocols? This is the first issue, in my opinion, that can be raised. The FIFA regulations and protocols must be properly followed by both member federations and hosts.
فدراسیون‌های عضو و میزبانان رعایت شد. در صورت چندین دوره از جام جهانی رو ما تجربه کردیم.
In any case, we have experienced several World Cups, and this is the first time we're witnessing such lack of coordination, considering that FIFA actually performs a huge role worldwide. Organizing these events and tournaments is a very challenging task. We hope that in dealing with the host country, they resolve these issues as quickly as possible so that calm returns to the teams participating in the World Cup.
Opinion from Madi Mohammed Nabi one answer accusations on FIFA president and we do some yamamu also jumade na yanko Canada na yanko din komami pictures ni bi opening ceremony across no different pictures about to enra na colorful young Mexico for the no na enra Senegal and say omina you from Canada almost one disappointed cry from just a decorations and just their performances of course on erubi and images be enso screen so no red and white no enso the him camera our national stadium and nyina no command so course last year council and some at media mama fa we and to some Canada says said the only person now I shall World Cup go Ediama Canada now your branch France Alfonso Davis Mami fa we enter as a player now your friend is still Lauren Enra one abaya the second Canadian player Russia FIFA go and as a FIFA World Cup go Ediama Canada minor after Alfonso Davies and the player no or na beteka off the bench and beteka enso Canada omo national team na obeda for kaba kwa no ntimi ye and I said the hun simfiti a yet eba mu ewo dwumade no so Canada enya just affair no manya point e dey free FIFA World Cup abrantia your friend say Larin onye any player no free bench wo beteka enso Canada omo national team no and latest and so toja ye the hun some eba mu enso dwumade no se na ye Canada for dia no ba yanko ayo Sophie ayo stadium ho and America enso your opening ceremony e Los Angeles na mame eno amunso dia no we US of A amunso opening ceremony no e cross kama different images eno bi na wo hwa no amunso decorative Sophie stadium ho kama just a performances there na enya semgeto a mame friend to gas eno mame future abawa friend said Tyler sounds and Rima Nigerian artist eno one perform here Lisa perform here Anita enso perform here we Brazilian also perform here and performances be and ocean and so screens we starting we Rima Nigeria the Omanko World Cup name Yahu Bena Boy our performing our Mexico Yahu Rima on performing our America and Nigeria well represented our FIFA World Cup na so our Kofa woman's Dijuma Edama FIFA Penifo and I said the Hun Sinfiti na unu sasanke the superstars and them celebrities and a better World Cup na any kind from America for because I know I Sophie Stadium I celebrities are one copy and so I would Jumadian I say no yenya open your friends Brad Pitt and no I'm not our Jumadian I say Sans and Tom Cruise na our Jumadian I say David Beckham no our stadium more George Lucas na our stadium more ayo reference Bill Gates and no Bill Gates na also our Sophie Stadium opening ceremony one also a community of course many celebrities and the PMO and so Sophie Stadium obodo money onyam and so akwata ayo World Cup na chi and as opening ceremony one and so akwata chi mama US ayo team no mama fa we M2 as way ayo the first time US able game na World Cup we must ayo 3+ ayo goals for the first time since 1930 and no oboshe 4-1 and editia Paraguay ABC that say America be World Cup not in a single game Russia aya 3+ goals and as all winning game 3+ goals what are winning match and when ABC here and I am ranchano and so ya juma for aya boy only aya Florent aya Balogun one edenya man of the match and about 2 goals and a dema aya US national team no and aya Balogun where former aya player edema Arsenal aya club no one ye chesano aya juma pa on the policy mo and so etimi boy juma kama na Balogun able 2 goals no mamia kwana friend say Gio aya Reina and ye Giovanni aya Reina and no on the goal on the share the final goal edema aya USA go or the 9 what you say outside the effort no and go no for Giovanni Reina former player Edema Borussia Dortmund no acquire our fast water ball and so to net no na FPA onu sem na before a game no US man penny I friends Donald Trump call Edico America dressing room on coach your friend Sam Mauricio Pochettino one no edin come into Pochettino na and also winning game because man penny phone call about dressing room any would come winning option dan so ba winning about no and update about some come on yet Jordan so mami Christian policy good news and so Edema America for no policy about only first half uniform went me to us na almost injury concerns mami for we according to US some doctors no almost no injury no any serious issue almost a precautionary measures and a coach and so take care because policy instrumental that the national team no and now so we make sure some protect our branch it is a also policy eco prior report I mean second almost in the pra and oko prior and update about some no yet and would you so them sanra obi coach bet Sir America ebe lose match no e poly market mame aya bet no what the $1.8 million equal choice America ain't me winning game against Paraguay. Now, Chris, I want to make sure Sanko dia and Kobanya $3.5 million or the $1.8 million equal choice say US Ebelusu and Kobedi aya $3.5 million and no award ɛno ana dwena na sɛ na homa chi nko ano bet no walusu 1.8 million ɛno ayɛ report eba yɛdze wo nsɛm ɛma mu ɛwɔ dwumadi no so mami ɛno ayɛ referees no wo nsɛm ka kyerɛ sɛ World Cup we ɛyɛ de ifafo ɛde nneɛma pii ɛnso de aba mami mistaken ɛyɛ identity ɛsiyam ɛwɔ game no mu ɛno a ɛma ɛyɛ VAR ɛnso ma referee make the right call on earlier before a World Cup no na yama player be yellow card va and check a yellow card mami fantu ya say World Cup no betu just va ebe check yellow cards the attempt and say no referee no ginamo no mistakenly okoyi yellow card edema a US player friends a rim no amukọ a va no not just a branch friends Miguel Almiron one and a card simulation into no also man yellow card into referee after so okoye VAR I realize here no and what take a side is just the history and as our football mo just some that ABC da sava and so over 10 yellow card no a search when I want some no ya didn't enso eba na emra na jumadian air course no speed American streamer American Ghanaian streamer enra na o jumadian ase na former players bi a oboye panditry work owura your friend says Zlatan Ibrahimovic and afi Henry and yet Thierry Henry na oboye adwuma na speed ekọ mo nchen and Zlatan ebusa speed say when we feel so obeje World Cup and speed ese Portugal Cristiano Ronaldo ebeje World Cup okay ape and Zlatan je microphone and we pamo no se wompie na speed apie yente conversation and across between speed and Zlatan Ibrahimovic as to say when and ebeje World Cup no.
You want to see something crazy?
Who do you think is winning the World Cup?
Portugal. Ronaldo winning the World Cup. What? Watch. And look, watch. Watch you win. Watch you win. Watch you win. Watch. Watch Ronaldo win. I promise you. I promise you we're going to win. Silly, baby. Silly. Silly. Watch you win. Hater. Watch. I promise you, Tat.
I know I speed. I show speed. Or say I Cristiano Ronaldo in Portugal never did. And as a lot of microphone zako. And no pamon okolo so it's you baby. What I say Ronaldo never did. And some me Portugal you know and now much and a Portugal for no and so drew America Cristiano Ronaldo and I am rancher no I am Bernardo Silva Bruno I am Fernandes Rafael Leao Ruben Ruben Diaz and Nuno Ayam Mendes mo Omaka could João Felix and I said now much Omaka could drew actress our Miami and one America and I said Nadia I Portugal national team and so Bezin to Bobby drew actress from the airport na cameras and so capture of course Ronaldo and I center man ono and attention in a corner so dedicated camera on a branch reference see Ronaldo into Ronaldo Ababe already Messi or whatever and when you see Ronaldo and so didn't account not just a Juano and so yes into Portugal for no what they see everyone play Ronaldo and an LED a delegation just one the coach Roberto Martinez Omuna and Swaba Joe Cancelo Munina Eka delegation wa Wamu and so ebe twaso Amaniwa and so twa come ever walk up and I say Mami play friends of Vinicius Junior because Brazil and Morocco 10 and Omukobusa Vinicius Junior say opani say o future our Real Madrid sign it here and a Vini say hey Brazil say na was so na on your focus on Brazil na omaba America say omoba beje World Cup nothing else matters the future matters say I said the only mission Edema Brazil players no and it's almost World Cup because since 2002 Brazil entering a World Cup Vinicius Junior as the seat World Cup no I also this time na say omo and I bet World Cup and Brazil and now fay and I'm Mubabusan Madrid future Mumusan Brazil because I know any missioner about America Madrid for and Fanema America and Madrid America no now common about Madrid so see idea Brazil for and then about Edwin Obaya Eddie Manema anti Brazil come and on Vinicius Junior on Subet and on Diaba the other one some Mamu Ewo Jumedan still Minya reports and Nema a say almost Morocco game no de na Neymar too early the man Neymar ontimi ensia kan bi eno your reporter manya ya da won some eba Neymar nie dia chance still ontimi ni players no and also group no enye training dia mate say Neymar eba miss ena match omo ready mo say Brazil next game e be Neymar enso aba returning eno aye dia tie na Carlo Ancelotti ena Ancelotti ba akoko busa ne say utie aye Brazil fo nyina obia kasa mo baje aye World Cup no obia se e Brazil mo baje empo emra omoma new contract ne nkofo say na coach onya nko World Cup me missionary man no ene so baje World Cup onya nko ba World Cup me sa the contract for AP de so sania ma no aye nko bo ema pressure eba wo so na usro ena Carlo Ancelotti say and there your friend is fear good because without a fear I say so you say unsuro bibia obeya no akopie eye chese jata so na okopie jata so a because why you say unsuro ntino wa dwele be you say jata no eye ebia eye okra na de na kodi agro wa hwe ya na asem enso ato enti se obenya fear de eye good also obia enya fear eno eye according to coach Don Carlo Ancelotti ne nkoma wono enso de ato ya no na ye chese ye kabi amawate wouldn't say Brazil supporters ewo aye Times Square Brazil phone ewo Times Square yes so they say o mama ho aye say bia aye Rio de Janeiro and say bia Maracanã aye stadium ye omo babo ye omo a omo so e si jama pa Brazil phone ewo Times Square ewo New York omo ni Brazil supporters enya bi mo na omo so babo our times come say Brazil o ta hu omo videos e wo beaches ani ade a ebe se nipa mienu na chese omo ache enso ebo passe ball pia na omo use skills and our Times Square emra nkofo twam no na two Brazilians omo so de ayebo e no mo gira won ma wo mo babo onya video no be ma na wo enra Brazil for de na anya semketo Hakimi Ashraf e player e de Morocco national team no osi onim quality Vinicius Junior ekita wonu ene beta ki Vinicius Junior na Hakimi say onu onim Vini onim so a fantastic player name the good thing and say onu we share Vinicius several times na akwano ya amazing player or when so be defend Morocco e dey tia Vinicius Junior and Hakimi Ashraf or one integral member at the Morocco team na fay e na wanya Brazil for the video nti obasa dia faso na wa wanya bia hwere wo hu say dey tia but anya Brazil Rio de Janeiro and us anya Maracanã stadium a Times Square e New York and just Brazil for no enso invade one ma wo enso just wuguso mo age wo mani menya report say Morocco for no so around and Jamaica na famiko England omo camp where because Christian asamasi e England camp na dia kwesi say England for akoya report say e baby a omo base omo camp no e Kansas City akronfo abewia England for si obu boots players ni boots obu training equipment any moment training niema bebrebe na egu van mu just a vehicle na a transfer kits no omo si akronfo akobu ani majia niema ewo mu nyina mame Hurricane and Jude Bellingham me nya report say boots no society say bi customized boots Hurricane dia ebi brand friends Jude Bellingham ne customers boot ni nyina omo sesa omo be ba omo dey training omo boss FIFA dey omo dey training so na niema bebrebe a omo training equipment no omo sin kofo na sesa be ba cho o image we ya en ada so a omo training ground so car no omo kwabu animu eno mo sesa niema no enso dey free mo omo complain area kwa koma FIFA any authorities no eno England dey free omo so enso eba wudru Argentina Emiliano Martinez goalkeeper enra ena me bedi nkomo say doctors na man green light so obetimi ada Argentina mo first game after say na okonya broken finger Europa League final ye chance say goalkeeper back na emra na Argentina for training session ekoso no ye won say Emi Martinez debo every training grounds one time ofiri oja obia Emra ayam rancheni training hu se oro ne gloves no ekita no na all free ho oba nchen enkofo e worried still ada keeper yi ne wonya ntone sa na onya fit na eno Amy Martinez nemum from Enra reporter by no counter report and asama be kan eno detie mamemfa we ento ya sa Kylian Mbappe edi nkomo edi afa Jules Oyokunde onsekunde esi akadema Barcelona and Mbappe enso bo edema Madrid omo enemies ewo clash dem edru national team a womo enso friends and Mbappe say only one person will get along very well Jules Kunde or can you papa or tiny din kobopa Jules Kunde also Jules Kunde about politics and kobopa on Mbappe on to say about politics and also pursue din komo about politics and nipa or calling chain and also nipa of friend no Jules Kunde into say just opening share ewo cloud side Madrid and Barca nemum omo national team omo bruta enum player friends Mbappe and ya dena won ens edi tuja mami fa we entiga se Victor Gyökeres striker and the Sweden national team no na omo kobusa Victor Gyökeres say Sweden team say ya kase Arsenal team ni mo na you one player e fa the bra Sweden na why na the baba and on say Ricardo Calafiori player who caso onyino enfenfi Arsenal squad ni mo emfa dem ra Sweden na Ricardo Calafiori and obey you know not because World Cup no wan kobi na ono so nko bepe senka Calafiori ebebo World Cup matches ni bi Italy and qualify entinka branch friends just Calafiori and nko de beba eno according to Gyökeres and didn't home come France camp menya reports ebesi ne since our France team no enso ekwaduru ye US Boston yase William Saliba entimi training enra anasa no achi wantimi training enra Saliba entimi training say enkofo so munim say France first game no Saliba betimi asiakan anasa Saliba entimi ensiakan enum demetia ye de hon sam ensore ba mo dwumadi no so na Norway national team no menya report say yasida bia omo check omo Sabi Johnson and afi omo hydration test enso de man Norway players na no be yi omo pictures de chiro na halon mo omo ro ho omo tete omo dada form because awia no ehye what you say weather na ehye enso ewo USA weather no ano de pa ewo USA ento omo ntimi to omo urine test and afi hydration test de bia edema players no be players no enso ye very okay onso mo kwa no wo do omo nya ne every Norway and na mo ba wie anka omo die chese bibia wo mo edi free Norway and they call America and Norway team no na odum say Scotland omo supporters ekoshia policeman baako na Scotland for ekoshia policeman na ena fan baako ro ni Jesse edema police no say onhye na tare no onhye Scotland Jesse no fangu so police no so je ena ohye tare na her fans omo ma ne fans brutal police no just otu so no the dankati onye ena ohye so dem for na so ohye Scotland Jesse no ediagu uniform ne so no edo mo man fans we no fan che no say no wogene fans eno tie mamemfa club issues kakra na Benfica womanya confirm over friends Marco Silva ono replacement Edema Jose Mourinho nti Marco Silva free Fulham obeya coach Edema Benfica Portugal reporter men say kan say Marcus Rashford yesim one European giant to be Eddie Rashford achi yes, always your genius, almost to the Rashford, and so by the club, no, I'm finding the and it's already, I'm in the Rashford, and the agents, no, and so I shall see a doing come and on a demeter. Many reports Arsenal, and so I shall see a checks on Nico Pass. Now, Nico Pass, Mete said, you say, and Jose Mourinho and say, Jose, any acrono on a phone or fair crown of phones, so any doing come on. Yes, it was any acronym, you're not confused. And another phone call, everything so Nemum Arsenal, and so so Nico Pass no Omon Sabacano, Edenaba Emirates Stadium. Kaka, and a diacoto Yasahe, Real Madrid, just one Casa legacy or Madrid, say, all such a Madrid, Omo signings are, or no Kaka, and a beba, a few up Eden Hazard, and so the better Kaka, or your worst, sir, Edema Madrid, or no Casa Yabetu says, oh, check the worst Madrid signings are, or no Kaka. Number 1, number 2, Eden Hazard, ɛno ɛyɛ deɛ kyɛ maame fa we ɛnto yɛ sɛ PSG team no Ferran Torres ɛbɔ de bɔ ɛde ma Barca deɛ mate ɛde so ɔmo se ɛnɛ sɛ kɔbɛsɛ ɔmo lusu Bradley Barcola ɛde ma ɛyɛ Liverpool anaasɛ Bayern player PSG for person mo fa no ɛyɛ Ferran Torres ɛno bɛkɔ afara ɛnso de naba ɛno ɛyɛ deɛ meti a yɛ de wɔn nsɛm ɛba mo ɛwɔ dwumadie no so na Christian unimade a Mexico supporters ne bi yɛyɛ baako fan baako ade a ɔyɛyɛ ɛwɔ naano tenzo mu game course no na yɛsɛ onse untimi mfa ɛyɛ tequila ensa no bottle no ɛmfa nko inside na ɛjare ɛne trend ɛma yɛ akware video na ne mobile phone na ekita no sɛ case no ɛna ɛyɛ bottle sɛ deɛ yo emu ɛna no ɔde ɛyɛ tequila na gu enie around telephone na ekita no hwɛ bebie so na enie ni ankyɛn na tie na twa obie so hwɛ tequila no awie ne san no awie no sɛ mo ma ne mfa bottle ne ma ɛne ɛsɛ no ɔbɛyɛ what I say ɛna ɔde agu ɛyɛ phone case no ɛna ɔde agum ɛna ɔtwa na deɛ ɛnso wɔ stadium na Christian unim ade a dance ɛyɛ television for na yɛ World Cup yi ɔmo de ɔmo reporters ɛkɔ na ɔmo reporters no a ɔbo fa ɔmo no ɔmo pɛ sɛ ɛyɛ boys ɛhwɛ ɔmo ti ɔnso kuro ma Christian ɛdaka sɛ ɔyɛ event bi na pɛ sɛ guys ne ba pa ya na ɔma maaba boys ne ba pa na Christian ɛsɛ ɛm sɛ ɔmo television ne deɛ ɛnkɔfo bɛhyɛ ase ahwɛ World Cup because ɔmo reporters no mami ɛyɛ dance for ɛyɛ reporters ne bi girls na ɔmo de ɔmo ayɛ reporters no ɔmo awo images ne bi a wobɛhu ɔmo na kyɛ sɛ obi de baako nie nti wei kuta microphone no gyina TV so ɔhwɛ sɛ ɔmo sɛ ɔhwɛ ɔmo ɔhwɛ baako nso nie ɔbɛsa ama different image ɔbɛsɛ ɔhwɛ nso nie ɔyɛ reporter ɛde ma ɛyɛ dance nti sɛ ɔhwɛ dance baba wa wei ɛgyina wɔ TV ne so a ɔso uchim de akɔkoto he baako nso nie fo hwɛ mo solid ɛna kyɛ sɛ ɔmo de ɔmo ɛnso ɛyɛ adwuma ɛwɔ ɛyɛ World Cup ne mu reason yɛni nkɔmɔ wɔse saa TV wontimi hwɛ no asomdwe mu wone baby girl ɛhwɛ TV a ti reporters no lɛsɛ ɔmo baa wone wife anaa baby girl bi na ɛhwɛ bɔ wi a and obeye fio ebere obeye fio ya so mo bo so pa ako fa omunyira so nice o yeah nice girls o se TV na nkasa no appearance matter what I say enye radio first pa no na voice nkwan yeti obi di obi appearance keke ene TV and intino say who call a TV adwuma bi na ye TV broadcasting the way you appear no very important intino andi omonya ade bia ensie but hidi ya nyame anem nukreni onko na ohedi ya we see akwese ono me movie na ba bia du na romantic scene obe yefu ana abewe ai omuti ye minim ko ho bia ko mehwe pa o me yiro mo ahwe pa uni baby girl shedem na TV na ba andi obe yefu ya ko pecha no fufuru unti mi mani preachers Rampa with Germany. I said, hey, your eyes and lips. Fellas, we will still watch Pure FM in Ghana. I don't know why I feel better in Chenja. I'm saying Tuesday when DAZN. Okay. DAZN. Man of World Cup on not track. I'm going to first. Obia is a TV, this TV. BBC, Al Jazeera, Force from TV. Al Jazeera and family. Ababa kama say jina TV to cancel mchira say Minkore wine. Minkore Terino really. Midomo yene salatan. Moda. Ni homo kani ni dada. Say Thomas Muller. Ejina TV so. Ababa we. Na listen. We money Thomas Muller mukabe obe wa. So we say Thomas Muller dey bia me home. Dey bia home. Odo kwa hweda na o sa be se me team. From playing days. Dey bia so no o se me team we are. Let's say unso call banks in these days tell us near there they don't offer very beautiful girls. Even say sales cry promotion near there. Baby ama obia we dem ma.
No, maybe I heard it once. So they also know.
Go for life,
we did you go for a while life. I don't know you go with your life.
What I mean, I could say,
I say, oh, combat swing and I guess I don't. I say bread.
Okay.
Yati, parties unanimous amount for the justification. No problem. Omembia when immigration rules. Bandi me say a simple question. How many players in a country be eligible to register? 26. If one day country be decided to pay the immigration rules, 16 of the 26 players ineligible to enter into their country. What then happens to the tournament? Maybe so. On the eve of the tournament, now the 26 neko. 26 now what they call Ura country nim ama FIFA this are 26 players now to my untimin change. By this time untimin change you players no. Then on the eve of match what they call bono. Then the country decides say 26 players now what they call no. Many immigration laws no. I prevented 16 of the 26 players say omuntimi enter into my country. Will FIFA then intervene? And as our country no, are they going to forfeit that match no? Abramunye Bonibia country that deny visa to enter into their country. Immigration law no and no more apply. 16 players has been denied based on their immigration laws. What would then happen to their tournament? Nami Andy, the SEC in ano, Adeba Kwesa me then say NCO Africa. See we England. This English media Senkaye Africa has a nearby World Cup. And the English national team no yako we are and the Nenka news and now bon by
US.
And dear be a Africa be a blue baby.
Omo boot to name. Big when you are boss of the train.
I will say, I come for grassy for our boot to the baby. The other Jude Bellingham customer boot. Harry Kane customer guy, baby. Okobokro no America. Coons, you know what?
Now, and the Indiana player the Bobo Jesse BTC Park so could selfie share.
What is that cause you
we NCO Africa and we see African ke wu. Ka publicity ni ha nkom be kan semwe and is Africa you safe Africa and come blown out of fair proportion. But God being so good, this one is happening in the probably the best country in the world. The Omakami actually said the safest country in the world and as I say me akwakusi NCO Africa and the unso. Now mami starting free Canada there no. Wallahi Canada ntimi mu afko
o ma se bruta
Canada
I know you on board
Canada afko
omo chere Rwanda mo ne ade
Canada afko
now Canada
be show mu Ghana be show mu
Kevin be show mu Comoros be show mu
omo asem bruta Canada and no me catch you say Canada abo World Cups me you omo first World Cup was in 1986 omo win game back okra o 3 games on boy in they lost all of them. They needed to wait until 2022 before say Canada qualify for second World Cup. 2022 World Cup na Canada by again they lost all their matches. So na Canada about 6 matches. 6 matches na Canada abono. Na Andy Canada lose ni 6 matches ni na. Actually 2 goals. 2 goals no match no. I don't want to catch us na back your own goal. Kenra eno munya Canada player, second Canadian player. Also go for them at the World Cup. Enra game no was the 7th game of Canada able at the World Cup. And he would him say emuntia 6 of the 7 games of Canada able at the World Cup no. 6. I'm gonna consider first goal. Enra game no more bono. Andy, I think that they came to the World Cup. The reason why they got a point was because they were the host. Bosnia was there for the taking. Bosnia able to team Papa Biana. Ka Bosnia be share ka team be share Bosnia. Enra some catch say their best player Jonathan David. And the Jonathan David chance now on Messi just outside the 16-yard box. Ball we need to hit target. Now Jonathan Davis amabo no so before that game no call 1-0 no and Nigeria no sa tell a Tani Oluwaseyi no and so nya chance be on the right side and a ball better the left on also ball over the bar. They were simply not there. The reason why they got that point is because Andy Omi host nation. Now do you know why they are happy? Because since Tom started ball World Cup no Enra and the first time one a point at the World Cup. My World Cup any point to that. Tenra anya kra no for the first time Canada aba World Cup abenya point. Babon boy ne die. Andy yana Africa say no ye bu ho abonfia bet I was not impressed by Canada. Jonathan David any Oluwaseyi o se kan ma Villarreal omamuhu and nanka me bomba I wish said Alimpo fiasi Dalimpo fiasi also come how the American newspapers reporting that game no several headlines. Now one of the headlines Fox say the excitement of Los Angeles Stadium was impossible to miss. Me and I do 2 AM so I means this and I'm sorry and I'm having some few highlights of the game. By 90 minutes of the game there I did not watch it. Andy, so who the America for and rather let's put it into proper context. Paraguay and America said 4-1. Omo qualify from air Comebol zone. Omo qualify from Comebol zone. Andy, they beat Argentina. They beat Brazil. They beat Uruguay. In fact, Comebol air qualification, they play 6. 6 no play C no. Omni Uruguay and Brazil, Omunina enya 28 points. Sa Paraguay na. USA omo 4 no. Omni Brazil and Uruguay air qualify from Comebol side one no. Omunina enya 28 points. Brazil ABT Paraguay just on goal difference. And that team no and enra Obesia USA at the World Cup and a USA and Canine and more take Mubaku. Now, that be how you host. Now start your first game like this, and what building momentum. Me assure that USA next game, based on the C and run. USA next game, one shot a set ticket credit is sold out already. And the attendance at the stadium, the atmosphere, next America for Bobola. Ebetimi sustain supporters na ebaye no embo na America for boy no me sure that senka take it available for the next game one and nko obi a on to take it no ebe rush for a ticket to watch America in the next game maso omo en Paraguay kekewu in the first half Andy USA about 71% of ball possession 71 against Paraguay na total dominance and about 71% no. Osasa 3 goals in the first half. 71% of ball possession, 3 goals in the first half. The game was done. And now on America, Tama Mexico ball against South Africa. Messi we hoster. Now ball first game one. Tama Besha first goal no. Very important. Tama the USA share first goal no. Say na 7th minute. Nipa ba pressure about so. Say Osha first goal no. Now unya first goal in temwa. And you ginger the whole atmosphere and the supporters, rally behind you. US first goal by the 7th minute, on goal, and on both our first goal. No. Yeah, first half, now 3-0. Paraguay be back. But on the stroke of a full time, and a US decided to call 4-1.
Giovanni Reina. Now,
Usha US born on Mobona Andy. A team one, they are fit. And on sharp. And you could see hunger. Obia, I said they are hungry for the tournament. It's born on board and run. All the other countries in our World Cup must begin to take USA serious. Honestly speaking, Maso, be a first game. So much to sustain the same level. At the same level onwards. Every country be a share USA no. Andy, you must pay attention to USA. What the kaka? USA abo World Cup about 12 times appearances at the World Cup. USA we no move on. 12 timer USA able the World Cup. The last time at USA, we need a World Cup game by 3-0 margin, 3 or more margin. The first World Cup in 1930. 1930 USA edited. Mekai Ominkai Miridi 1930 Mekai say. And their first game omoche Belgium, Belgium and Belgium and Timianti. And almost second game omoche the same Paraguay we. Almost 3-0. Paraguay and Timianti. USA boy could do a semi-final. And Argentina almost 6-1. And Argentina call final. And my Uruguay almost 4-2. 1930 World Cup. That is the last time USA ever World Cup or winning a game by scoring 3 or more goals in a World Cup game. Sometimes scoreline be one of my deceptive. We bet you 4, but Osha Bona saw 4 goals no, and yet a true reflection of the course of bonus. Me for back example, Barca LUC 4-0 to Atletico Madrid no. So one should bo ni bia, Obakasa Barca abonhwe. Sa 4-0 score line no, na yet a true reflection of the game. Benra 4-1 na USA nya no, a proper reflection of the course of park no so. And I think that USA for no, and they've come, they are prepared for the World Cup. On go first goal, and a Florin Air Balagoon, and if English media, at the Papa Biono former Arsenal player, England, former Arsenal player, and the 2 appearances for Arsenal. When Arsenal former Arsenal player, Africa, we Ghana, we are league, former player. Only 2 appearances, and Arsenal then Cologne twice, and Middlesbrough, and Reims. Yakasa say CA, Usia Kanema AS Monaco. Andy, Enra, I think that Onusu came to the party, he was ready and willing to die for America. He's a Nigerian, also eligible to play for 3 countries. Also, the Kaka said, or a Nigerian parent, then go to Abama Nigeria. And Ninkwara Bremusono, Obesia Kai England. And yes, I take a USA. It's the countries in Miansan Kobetima Bamono, USA, Nigeria, and then Nemai. But I know this I said Obama USA, and I think that he came prepared and justice was done. Andy, I think that after the first game of USA everybody must begin to pay attention to US if they're able to sustain this level. Anybody no boy, you know, the hunger and the way no more faster, the way they were fitter. Master the car can coach you so time watching, you know, an Argentine coach or the Tottenham Hotspurs about Champions League final day, and they have what it takes to be able to do all. Men cars on betimiaji, but on betimiakonimu. If they're able to play this level, on betimiakonimu, the red test will come. Where they almost share the powerhouse, where they meet Spain, almost share France, almost share Argentina anymore. That is where the red test will come. But first game at the World Cup there, it is always important, especially we hoster. So when a comfortable win, get your supporters on board, build enthusiasm, build momentum, and USA in your side, and I think that it is good for them. They can sustain it, and only ask them. And then the biggest game so far. And I bought biggest game to me the biggest game I ever won World Cup so far and the Brazil in Morocco. In fact, a World Cup don't underrate Brazil because it is the World Cup. Said a Champions League, you should not underrate Real Madrid regardless of their form. Don't underrate Real Madrid in the Champions League. What? Don't underrate Real Madrid in the Champions League. Okay.
Currently, they won't be underrated.
Papa, now, the Brazil Lions say for the first time in Brazil's football career, they've appointed a foreign coach in Carlo Ancelotti. Carlo Ancelotti at club level, legendary. It may be debatable to you, but say me best coach ever. May Pep ahead of Carlo Ancelotti. Name of Carlo Ancelotti so adia wayeno. So being sweet Carlo Ancelotti ahead of Pep, that person might have valid reason to do so. But the Carlo aye nyina no aye club side coaching the club side and coaching the national team and they are not the same. Because national team you have access to your player sometimes 7 days to the match. But our club side there and the only players in the 247 so there are two different things and a Carlo Eba. The entire nobody should underrate Brazil at the World Cup is that they are the most successful country at the World Cup. And they magic 5. Yeah, not 20. To date, the only country about every single World Cup Brazil. World Cup here boy. The 23rd edition of the World Cup. Brazil about 23 out of 23 World Cups. In contest, Obibaka said Germany so yes, but Germany I see 2 World Cups. Germany I say the 1930 World Cup, the first one. Also 1930 World Cup no, now by invitation. To a more qualifier. So Germany was not invited, so Oma Mobi. The next World Cup by Germany Messi 1950 World Cup. And the 1950 World Cup by right after Second World War. After Second World War Germany was banned. So World Cups Germany amobino by kwa yam freomo. Second one in 1950 by kwa Germany are more qualified because they were banned. 80 countries are more World Cups Brazil 23/23, Germany 21. Then you come to Germany 21, Argentina 19, and Italy about 18. For World Cup appearance, the tone chain. All per country about more matches at the World Cup. The same Brazil. Brazil about 114 matches at the World Cup. No country and about more matches at the World Cup than Brazil. 114. Emudu do say na Brazil are winning, and the Brazil are winning 74 out of the 114 matches, and also no country and are winning more matches at the World Cup than Brazil. So Brazil pedigree, any Brazil status at the World Cup me next was even France and the France team na yes I know she Asia Brazil World Cup France ever underrated Brazil. Nemu na dey have Brazil is that akwa say Real Madrid no akobe 10 years no the Champions League and in kasama ba wo. Wo say issue. The most successful country at the World Cup. The last time they won the World Cup, way back in 2002. Yeah. Ache. And Brazil and Niabri said, even though say they may not be able to win it, and they should do better than they have been doing in the previous World Cups. Brazil ball World Cup qualifiers. Surprisingly, on the last World Cup qualifier, Brazil elusu 1-0 to Bolivia. Brazil elusu 1-0 to Bolivia. That's what the last World Cup qualifier. Brazil qualify. Brazil able friendly matches, and they had to pay attention. Japan show 3-2. France show 2-1. The last 3 games are Brazil abono. Oma winning but the something are common. Brazil ebeche Croatia 3-1. Brazil eche Panama 6-2. Brazil last game or the boy ahead of the World Cup was against Egypt. Almost say Egypt by 2-1. What is common? If we last World Cup qualifier ebesi last friendly game against Egypt all of them bought to Brazil net. They considered 1-0 against Bolivia. Japan is almost 3. France is almost 2. Croatia is almost 1. Panama crano Adiama Morocco vim. And then he said Panama etimi the bomb eto Brazil neta. Morocco can do better. And then Egypt also Brazil is almost 2-1. Egypt at the ball back eto Brazil net. Now this is the World Cup. So Commander Dinandi is here in the contest of the World Cup. Onum say Nanka African team be share Brazil or World Cup da. In fact, as a much here no say draw kwani team. In fact, net the cross the ball to Brazil net at the World Cup. African teams against Brazil at the World Cup. Nay 8/8. The last time and the only time an African team share Brazil at the World Cup Qatar 2022 year Obekaya Cameroon share Brazil 1-0. That is the only time an African team share Brazil at the World Cup share Brazil. By name if there is any team Andy our Africa Asia obetimia ye de Cameroon here in the last World Cup now I believe Morocco can do it. Africa team here team say Brazil and Cameroon e break his agency no.
Okay.
Say teams na echo World Cup no. If Africa echo World Cup no. If there's one team amimigidi so betimia here the Cameroon here last World Cup now but they say adenebema Morocco. Now idea then say so what's the bar no and the very higher pressure about so pressure they say other say obe meet the bar no and now obey better than the bar now was setting. Now Morocco set the bar very high at the last year's World Cup. Now the pressure on Morocco they say they should either equal it and I say idea they should better and it's almost better than what they did last year. They have to play at the finals of the World Cup. Because the last World Cup they played in the semis. Yeah. So I'm sure that we are Morocco ball last World Cup now and it's group na Morocco dem no. Yeah group ni we no. Many people thought that Morocco would not qualify. Benefit of hindsight, a see we no and a man for Morocco abaso. But yeah draw ni we no. Morocco were in the group with Croatia, Belgium and Canada. So we expected two teams to qualify from side group now. Andy, na Belgium any Croatia na meboa. But we side group no. Na Morocco a top group no. Morocco first game at last year's World Cup no was against Croatia on 0-0. Baby and SNK we see first pay attention to Morocco was their second game against Belgium. Morocco actually Belgium Belgium e come you Belgium anti. And the last group game no or Canada Canada e come you Canada etie kanu baako ye we group no na Morocco na ye say among qualify from side group no and the top group no and the top group no as wow kade onum say round 16 o you want film o you Spain Morocco ni Spain ebo 0-0 and on the penalties e Spain ko fie and the o Spain ko fie no the next team obeshia no was Portugal and penalties almost Portugal 1-0 e Portugal ba fie and so we do semi-final and we lose 2-1 to France and it's Morocco crowd lose 2-1 to France our semi-finals of the World Cup na nyenim go ase. So Morocco came to the World Cup, played in the semi-finals, and look at teams that Morocco share omo and the bar almost set here. Now Morocco must meet that bar. Any team below that bar no and the almost falling below expectation. Any idea no. Say on Brazil say no about World Cup because of our certainty no Brazil are here baby on be failure. Yeah. Sana Morocco do mo about that too. The entire Morocco muji dey say since 2023 your ball World Cup ni bi no. Morocco abo 45 matches. 45 matches no. We win 33. We draw 10. But I can say 45. We win 33. We draw 10.
There's a
two pen or Lucy. Since 2023, Morocco lose 2 games per we about 45 matches. Now idea World Cup here boy. On say na minima so you pay attention to air rankings. Morocco air rank 7th in the world. Udim countries Morocco air rank better than them. Morocco is ranked better than Netherlands. Okay. Omi ahead of Netherlands. Omi ahead of Belgium. Morocco is ranked ahead of Air Germany. And you know, in as much as Medidi said Brazil a strong force, no, Brazil must also pay attention to Morocco. Now, yabo a World Cup qualifier no. Also Morocco group no, one country withdraw Eritrea. Yeah. Other countries need now about 10 matches. Morocco bo 8 because one country ejaibo. Yeah. Morocco no 100%. Excellent. 8 matches no. They won 8 matches, 24 available points, and they almost 24 now. Now, Maso, they're interested in that. Morocco winning 8 games in the qualifiers. No. They scored 22 goals. They conceded only 2 in the qualifiers. Stage in assistant. Andy, and I'm Yali. I did not African champions. And I'm from some
Debbie straight away the African champion until 7 years. Do you know the tournament?
I said we was na Mbappe interview. Also when France and Senegal and also the African champion. We are also hey. No cry say why you confused we name more.
And you know, qualify sa World Cup the way they qualify for the World Cup no sa beji AFCON. Whether say disputable or not disputable, with the Makamasem, they are African champions now. Even though say emperor so the assistant Kakrani say coach no don't call the last World Cup, don't call the last AFCON. Every Zani 100 days to the World Cup.
Walid
Warizani 100 days to the World Cup. But because Morocco has built a very strong structures, former under 23 coach. Head coach in Koyana. Also say, oh yeah, national team now from 17, 20, 23, and then the main national team. The gap between 23 and the main national team no is almost the same. It's the national team head coach in Koyana and I'm confirm Mohamed Kwabi. You under 23 coach no. On the dome about this World Cup. That is proper structures. Now me sure Brazil team now. Name so dem say bra or the dinner the World Cup. Don't want team one match no kufi. The pressure to Carlos Susama Carlos Afre Papa akwanso nya fit
ontimi
training say Brazil bought 3 matches at the World Cup one hwe 3 matches new year no na Neymar nya ready for the World Cup Neymar nya ready for the World Cup abejitum now the responsibility say when they carry Brazil to the in this World Cup no now rest on Vinicius and Rafinha only me yaji say Neymar hodia Neymar ya fitter. Sa responsibility no name adwuma but name ni wonu mu a Vinicius adwuma in fact Vinicius akoye Ghana's Tony Yeboa oye adwuma wa abochire sa but oba Ghana na Ghana for say adwuma oye wa abochire no onyema Blasters akoye say Inaki Williams Semenyo sa na Vinicius tie Vinicius at Real Madrid no top notch class world class player but the same Vinicius no the same Vinicius abro say Brazil jesi no Rafinha the same me who game at Rafinha Obama Brazil who team say obo game to say the Obama Barcelona but then there's no Neymar so when they carry Brazil on their shoulders they should share it between Rafinha and Vinicius but the bigger question is when they say when they lead the attack no once Vinicius and Rafinha will be on the flanks Matias Cunha Endrich Igo Thiago they can say no last season Osiakane ma Brentford. Andy, enya Brentford no Osiakane na best new crown na Barcelona player and Quebec say Brazil no dey start you. Osiakane Brentford. Brentford no Osiakane no. Last season was 25 goals, 22 of the 25 goals came in the Premier League. And the coach need decided, but based on experience, need to deliver at the highest point. Andy, when I'm your coach now, Ebia Thiago, our numbers there, but Ebia can make for a branch friend Matias Cunha. Because Matias Cunha last 2 seasons before Soba Premier League no or numbers. Oba Manchester United so no and one fair very bad. And then enka Brazil attack ready. Rafinha, Vinicius, nanka Matias Cunha lead attack no. But maybe more problem they say Andy Brazil be 3 ball be terminate. The entire Didi and Maso. Say Morocco can score. Morocco have a good and then say Usikesha. Now pay also what's right? Morocco to score. I like it. Morocco to score. Do you know why? Some Morocco, Abrante friend Naif again, Omo captain, or out of this a former centre back. No, some almost centre back, but or out because of injury. And Abdul Ezazuli, also out of this World Cup. But Morocco spoiled for talent too. Ashraf Hakimi available. Ashraf Hakimi no or Morocco ni and they obviously account for Morocco. Andy, and no Morocco for Brahim Diaz. Brahim Diaz FHA nationality. Eba mama Morocco no 25 appearances, he has 13 goals for Morocco. Now in the attack no, say Morocco for air for me a front 3 our attacker Brahim Diaz baby. Andy Wadier Ismail Sabari. So you know,
PSG and
19 goals last season, 9 assists. Or a link to Bayern Munich and we Morocco ni. On look everyone more. Bilal Kanous. Arususi Academy Stuttgart. Last season in the German Bundesliga, 9 goals, 9 assists. Sa players we me no and they become Brahim Diaz who attacking Brazil. and Brazil conceded 2 against Panama, or conceded 1 against Croatia, or conceded 1 against Egypt, I think Morocco have enough quality to have a ball in Brazil net. They didn't even kind of win the game, because it is Brazil. But Morocco to score there, I'm very sure Morocco will score.
Miras Christian, edu say baby also the free but Maxo Nana Asian Hanti Max Enso Enfare die Enso Emra Maxo.
Yes sir.
Your mom come work a
Engezo. Andy, Brazil. On say the longest time a Brazil acquire on J World Cup 24 years. Because I'm in 1978. Omanja until 2002. And he said 2002 to 178 in the frame. Obenya 24 years. And so Omoko Jiwo, you're afraid to say Japan, Korea. If you Omoko Japan, Korea, and Brazil have not been the same. Until Brazil, they normally call World Cup. And this a Brazil and World Cup we are. So more equally on the record of the longest streak of Monje World Cup. Because from 2002 to 2026, 24 years ago. What's I say? So Brazil the any brepa na equal World Cup we. But on bet to me ajana so moon to menja and the more bear 60% chance of winning. The time me more 16 is I won't say anytime a World Cup na call North America, I can say South America team in AJ. Eko Mexico, Brazil ne pele moko je. Eba USA, Brazil je. Mexico it is Argentina je. Na omonje keke. All the three almost ne produce the best player in the tournament. Nti we he Pele. Na wa he Maradona in 1986 or Mexico. No about 1994 USA Romario. Nti omonje so omosan so the best player through their team. Since Brazil edge there's a player between dance and it should be Vinicius Junior #1. Into no ankasa so ewo because name a health problems, so we might not know how he's going to play. And I think he's going to be more serious. And the entire me feel so moon to me engine say World Cup bia no a the expatriate coach age. Say ebia team no je World Cup ni coach ni for mindful for obi so ensi. And enye fluke say World Cup ya bonyi na my obeji bia no coach ni free man because on my bia winning ball bia no your nyoma bia say ye ho say wo coaching so eye good. And the Carlo Ancelotti to me could break his record now a bit shooting the level because the fact that Weja club management so be managing national team and it tells you that he's a very brave man because club football near they say national team because there's also a club football competition higher than national team in a better player and a hang be best any other but a Jumani Yankas and the national team because national team or resources are one out the bay. And it's a name a pro. Vinicius a pro. Why a pro? Untume finding kobo. Untume kotobi. Ain't it say or to me a year hosono or ya dear and no see a barco. Morocco on the other hand. Andy, since our Moko World Cup could do semi-final. Also, you hosted that World Cup or Arab world, Qatar. And Arab nation stood up in the name of Morocco. Go Qatar for no massa, papa, because I don't know, Monsai. Oh, massa, hey, above you, boy.
I'm not Canada didn't almost was
Canada and Catombo, it's Morocco stood up for the Arab world and for that matter, Africa to get to the semi-final. But I didn't say, if you want to look back, also like an African and as Arabian team are born in Shada, Minkasa and was Robin to say European, you know. Chris and Ka or more semi final. Ghana Cabana, so cry no one some Nagi Becca Meboa Bahade or move your Mukoji the Arab Cup. When him say Chan no more champions because Chan is a senior level, it is added to the rankings near Bono. Don't forget. Now they are African champions. They are until say other communication beba they ono ye the tournament to say Morocco na ye champion say ye beja to increase the engine to eno enko bebia because the next AFCON no crowd they ono organize na work ono say Morocco na ye the champion enti ye say bia then a cast the beba but at least to be in the final in itself na enye so they are African champion. Let me address them. Yes say bi o metumi dey so akokot And I was say qualifiers no omunya 100% record. Morocco are ranked 7th in the world, so top 10 no. So it's not a fluke. Into what to make so within that 4 years no. This World Cup no so so almost the nature said the omokoye first one no na enye fluke, but it was real work. Of course, in the ranking the whole Africa team will cross in Nigeria. Nigeria was as high as number 5 in the world. It's the Morocco so to me catch Nigeria, and also when to me and Nigeria for Nekuta, I think that was in 1994. But when him say Brazil are ranked number 6th, Morocco are ranked number 7th, and unbelievable. And see, this will be a cracker of a game. Now, you're game no. Brazil proud to this match no. On the last 3 friendlies no, and the winning in Asia 11 goals. 3 times 3 be more 9. They score more than, let's say, 3.5 or more than 3 point something per game. It's a Brazil attack no, and the ano eshe or my attacking threat na no eshe papa.
But the Moses Batia Panama contest.
Oh, nipa bonini. Moses Batia Panama today. So when you say Panama, you didn't know say any baby no, but what I say. But that is also a good contribution though. Now in 1994, USA a host tournament Brazil Saje. Inti omen no so eta omachi say so omoye omade say bi omoye ade a ebetumi ato aso momaje. But since 2002 Brazil J World Cup and only one time pen or crossed the quarter-final stage. That's when they hosted. Even that one, it was a disaster. Germany and Nani almost 7-1 I think in the semi-final. Into a free 2002 no more GN and now they Brazil to make quarter-final. Into some person who writes a script now. And some of the tournament win heading. A change BBA. Of course, Chris Waka say Omar most games, most wins near day, and no stress stuff or more. Morocco, on the other hand, no, this is their 7th appearance at the World Cup, and they also rank number 7. It's a numbers na to asumom. And are the only African nation that won 7 matches at the World Cup, because they play the semi-finals, they play 7 matches as a single World Cup. It is 7-7 no, but I don't know what the 7 means in any way. But almost the last 5 friendlies, so my bonomo you're unbeaten. Omu win 3 and omu draw 2. Don't forget, say the last one, omu in Norway, a ball 1-1. Say over head to head, Brazil winning 2 times and Morocco winning once. But in 1990 they met at the World Cup and Brazil won. And at 2023, almost a friendly gamer. Morocco eshe Brazil by 1-0. It's Morocco is a teamer and they only said too many goals, so we need games cry na a slim margin. Okay. Now, here's some statistics, viewer. Just like Mexico, Brazil are also very good when they are playing the tournament opener. Especially Brazil, they are the World Cup. The last 20 openers at Brazil are about the World Cup, Romun Lusu. And the Oman winning 17 and Omar draw 3. Into Morocco, Brazil are now heading. But when Brazil goes like Chris, you were saying, is the last 75 minutes in the crown. Averagely 1.5 goals to me but the last 4 games of Mabo. It's a Brazil game near Bonnie and Poya. You still can see goals from either side. Although Mushebi almost to me consider. Morocco on the other hand, record ben on the Canta Brazil. Almost opening match at the World Cup or winning. The last 6 of Mabono, Omar draw 3 and Omar Luso 3. Into Morocco bought World Cup and the first game no winning. But Qatar 2022, did they win their first game?
First game, draw 0-0.
They almost draw. So,
only Croatia 0-0.
So even if Morocco draw cry, you can still count them out of the World Cup. By the rest of the matches. Vinicius Junior, the way they are, the star of the Brazilian team. Unjain Tokwano is serious on Kobobo. So he's serious or Beboboa. He's a fine player. Rafinha Munina, they have quality in their fold, and with experience coaches like Carlo Ancelotti, I think say Onosuna echo on my side. Elsewhere, the Brahim Diaz, in the Madrid players too, no. More coaching him now. More but my is a Barcelona player, Babejebo Nabo, Rafinha. In turn, Ibrahim Diaz and so has been the main thread for Morocco. But saying it here, say Morocco share Brazil. Another feather in the cap of Africa and for that matter Arab world, but I don't see it coming. I don't see it coming because Brazil openness or Munta in Lusuno. I think says a win by Bama Brazil, but I'll not be surprised a game will be to my draw. and I say first half no betumi aye draw maybe a second half no and the obesha say but so push me winner I have Brazil who push me winner I have Brazil. I think the Morocco will play very well, but Morocco to beat Brazil no I don't see it that way. But good luck to all the team. And Chris, I mean, I want to make Adrian.
Oh, we know you're Adrian. We know you're Adrian. Brazil, it is the World Cup, and it is the World Cup. Not country being in the right senses. Ebisha Brazil at the World Cup. No by underrated Brazil.
Never.
Even when Brazil lose quality,
you still can
underrate Brazil. Right, and to Germany scored them 7. Now you're unthinkable.
Yeah.
Germany and show 7. Now Germany crowd never told them which match Brazil that 7-0.
Yeah.
And you know, me sure that
and even 7 no 7 the crown or more they call semi-finals and yes almost 7.
Adia many Jenny say Morocco first game against Brazil.
Yeah.
So Morocco could ball any team bia and count Morocco be a bit complacent.
Yeah.
But against Brazil, no matter your form, no matter the form of Brazil, you cannot underrate Brazil, and Morocco must come to the party. And the same team say Morocco, and then all Africans are supporting Morocco. Now, what is Mexico for? Almost almost Africa for us pass so be that Africa for support to yes support to
Ghana is here. I don't want Ghana just
and no Ghana next match will be
a tournament in the mundo. It's a Ghana here.
Almost supporting
because say the next team check for this Africa check their supporters
Morocco for crown Africa for them feel almost because they don't see themselves as Africans. But
Moamuni Stadium near the Roman
Morocco for AFCON is and 7 now, but Timor for the African team I first time I want to say Africa for you supporting in the Morocco, but the tax ahead of them.
Andy, that's how we say. But my main for week Accra and US men national team, Andy, almost lighting up the work like Christian was saying. But me yes surprise because Andy say basketballs all over the world, US na number 1. Or my Bianua sports or Mutu USA. Say Oshe NFL no Eomo football. That's why they call the airboy soccer. Oshe the ice hockey, or baseball and basketball. Even basketball currently any sports are the fastest growing. Now Oba track and field that almost all the stars. Andy Bra boxing. No wo cry. Oba golfer. Tiger Woods many adina. Even tennis cry. Maybe if he's the greatest tennis player ever. Obano. Serena. Oh, she's the GOAT, the greatest woman of all time, and the GOAT. But I saw your bands and me, I think say, and even over Olympic Games are someone said I'm on a topic over 310 medals or magic both the summer and the Winter Olympics. Now, who is the greatest Olympian? Now, what about Michael Phelps? 23 gold medals and 25 in all. Simon Biles or something Biles, right? Sagil acrobatic. The FFS no year before the end to me acrobat oko. In the USA they a bat sport.
America can say.
Oh,
I could tell you
well, only soccer no. And na USA push weight. Push leg here boy nation league also many teams so. Teams doso. Neno so mbesa me catch obia Andy. Say USA your margin say soccer no mbeje o mbesa beat obia. Because soccer nge ye man. But what I say currently kwa mema no so omo peja pa. So me so mbesa omo dominate soccer and then is away. They already have the venues which are more beautiful obia pesoko. Even with the introduction of Messi into their fold no share the almost stadiums na Andy air park it off and look at the gigantic and iconic stadium more. The only thing is that when they started to want to invest and pay well they said they are Saudi for AB our mutia very good money now. US is a country heaven on earth. Every player would like to go there now. And one thing is that most of the US guys, you know, almost far career in the football, NFL, no, ABA, ice hockey, baseball, basketball. It's a soccer na kwaye like ABA, any track and field. Soccer na kwaye a wetri a mom man. And you understand my argument? It is almost so far soccer as their first choice game on peso moya. US can also dominate soccer. But minim the entire hono or my dream yanko ABI in recent times because Saudi did it and only say World Cup because so many players are from Saudi Arabia. And also make I said the last AFCON, the players of more Saudi Arabia and Bomb African days, they played very well. So here Cote d'Ivoire, they all played well. And in this World Cup, the same thing. Cristiano being the top scorer, made it count. Despite the fact that he scored a goal, but you could see say he's a quality or quality. João Felix or quality. Cristiano Ronaldo more quality. What a player. Sadio Mane on the lead. Your friend is saying Senegal. When a captain ma Cote d'Ivoire. Frank Kessié. If you have players, no, Babos he had a wonderful season. Man a chance of the players who are playing in Saudi Arabia are playing, but Saudi Arabia for no players and Ankasano. Oh my God, it's almost near foreigners. There be also foreigners are England say I don't know because foreigners or near do among so they will be forced to rub shoulders with them. Taking time. Yeah, 15. China so okay. Na Saudi then the Cristiano the free web is China there now. Okay, say China so started Chinese Super League okay. Omoto Oscar money had the call. Almost san. India so you okay, India Super League. Canavaro Munina coach you one guy. Anaka Munina call or move through almost so much na China and India and yomode. Andy, inti USD they will host a massive day on the host World Cup. A bed irrespective of the SS issues are banned there. Believe you there because when it comes to sports on this earth there. Obia and near the United States of America. That's why I believe so. Host very good tournament. And now also my president in Yama home. Meba. Obi some say na US president. I'm say David. Oh, you man does so. Obia ye ne die. Oh yeah. Obia minister and Kasama coach na there is not like that. And that's how it is. So let's hope for the best, Andy. But game na no more boy you know. And also added to the excitement of the World Cup. And you some over here, he know behind him say Paraguay. So crowd count only Christian. Now when you say Paraguay, they say USA I guess but
we go try better you 1.5 million say $1.8 million say USB lose. Now could be 3.5 million.
But then no Paraguay on. Omo team is built on defense. Only inside the whole of the qualifying round, almost consider only 10 goals. And almost saying our points. Is that crazy? I think you said it. With points no munya and Brazil, Colombia, Argentina was almost the same.
Yeah.
And almost a team, almost very solid. So almost consider and a World Cup and so your Marco in recent times, you almost consider either 0 or 1 goal in all their games. But still, USA were able to destroy them. And also USA, so when they win their first match. Almost a first goal at the World Cup, almost lose match. I only once playing the 50s. So almost a first goal, almost lose match. To win, we no more winning. And the Ombema saying a fluke, Ebia Dada, be no better. And I was saying some course all over the world. I love that nation and their spirit. Right? The more you criticize them, the more they want to tell. Meaning so the American Asia. The more I can US asem no. Me so say players in yadi so mu say no mpeso mu ye bibi. And Andy they played with hey Pochettino, we are Bragana be coach here. Pochettino by beja only okochi o na tama oto na na hu boy gba na Chelsea nkwa minima de ese hwa oh he's a good coach
Pochettino coach US Ghana make approach only Pochettino over this decision
oh media can be say me set a record me the Ghana beje cap
no want to be for Americans
coach no kwa betwa cap
America dey we read
coach no kwa betwa cap
say obese said no ma ya
coach America also coach Ghana
oh your coach now ya dey na ba na quality for ma be da kwa cap
in moment combination back one no coach the ball boy fair
hey now
coach
coach we ya imre bi na America for me so mba mu no before World Cup
World Cup friendlies no when you're right almost as Senegal 3-2 na man breeding spell I think about 4 so a boy we need just one or lose be 2 or 3 into when ya ne preparation right and America for started say omo the concerns there but at the World Cup itself against Paraguay or stress on Pochettino no. What a coach! No, so to make a call park no so I don't want
so any players.
And no our pass. Na Pochettino who say only Bobo. So ball PSG no ball. Espanyol the problems all time Barcelona and this had them.
Dia ne nia bra wo kan nyina Pochettino kan ya. Space.
Na Christian Eriksen ya onjai ball so on Dele Ali Chris and what kind of man. When they do Hurricane ya yeke when they Hurricane by.
Same Pochettino coach PSG and see you here.
Says that na PSG yes serious. Chelsea so almost now who the omoye.
USA. USA match so am na you.
Oh more ball. So who game ni bia.
Who game ni bia and you be impressed by that kind of also team one more they flatter to deceive.
Exactly the point.
Can say level of born and run if they are able to sustain the
same momentum.
And wow, near
plays a good bench.
Last game, Australia.
Australia.
Now, Turkey in the last game.
Homo plays a good bench. USA. Ode unya abutra homo team na enra omombo MLS no 2 pen start here. And a Paraguay teams omombo MLS 2 na start here. Most of their players who play in the Premiership be good bench. O play an Pepe, right?
Yeah.
Pepe, the obo PSV Eindhoven no. Oh, they be out here in the story. I think Pepe is the name, but I've forgotten the first name. And also, and no bench one started. Reina Mungina free bench in the buy.
Pepe. Yeah, 23 years.
Then Ross said, you know, that's the Obeka say, or person Trebasa for say, born on your body and pound the ball over.
No, bench, go Giovanni Reina free bench, go best say.
Who was a cracker of a
goal. Season,
Paraguay for new who born, or they tap out left, right. No, that's almost I said, go Cromanji.
Who say, apparently, no, be any say, McTenna, soon a best statue. But man, statue on your name or statue. Almost statue
or more quality. So we
are bench.
Upon we are banner so free bench in a buy or bought zero Marseille, right? Share. More team. And so many run but Sia. Say so call me but Mercia though. I think that
and yet they say then I'll be serious.
That means he said 19 I think is it 94 or 98 or Musia you radio. It runs from one in the way run players with jubilating eyes or magic walk up. That time's not to call. And them say Catans or Musia. Either Catal say I had we Russia or Musia in the group stage. I think so more draw you said then yeah. Oh, Musia. Now Musia then was a born a mobile.
Let's imagine say Iran USA. Now Iran Abeshi USA or USA.
That's all I want to me.
Matthew Alano see Maxwell and the new.
Oh, boss, as I'm not making no clue. Bouncer US no more. I mean for we must have budget CDR or be unto me that the whole world will be unto me USA. But one more Jesse.
Many were how.
Maybe Christian say also one more Jesse Nana. And you are a USA Jesse no machine.
US
Jesse no frama who saw me a superpower. As a man I walking. She Jesse no.
Obia said
never England Jesse. Germany Jesse.
Message be Obia said no. And then Max were here the submission is nice. US embassy.
Oh, that be not far from that. But far from that, it is the reality. Me little details be why I say any cause of Mr. Ramo. United States Jesse Crow Moshe. If you are born on money at the end to make Jesse no cry a different too. But
over US team, how far do you think they can go autonomy?
They can go very far. Maybe the quarterfinal will be okay.
US team.
Yes. Now, Andy,
listen.
Me happy so say we top foreign sports presenter. Messi will be also be a qua on USA national team player by player. Not on say they have a good coach too. Pochettino battled nam yedin kola, but league we nearly won it. Arsenal upon a boy edua. We nearly won the league. And man, let's start
US still no. Almost start here. Goalkeeper Matt Freeze.
Yeah.
New York City. On my right side no, Alex Freeman, Villarreal, okay. And on my left side of defense, Antoine Robinson, Fulham,
okay.
Middle hono, Chris Richards, Crystal Palace,
okay.
On Tim Ream,
okay.
Tim Ream so Charlotte FC,
okay.
America. Middle hono, Tyler Adams, Bournemouth.
Okay.
Now Weston McCain, Juventus,
okay.
And Malik Tillman, Leverkusen,
okay.
Sergino Dest. PSV Eindhoven. So you know that's America almost two.
Boy Nimu. Some say Boy Nimu pa. On na attack from the right.
And Christian Pulisic and a Balogun.
Pulisic who AC Milan. And a Balogun wo de Monaco. Andy say obi nya bench na hwema make akrebi.
Bench no. Nra Sebastian Berhalter or Vancouver
Whitecaps Canada.
And Timothy Weah.
Timothy Weah. Obo say Marseille. Olympic Marseille.
Ricardo Pepi, PSV and
PSV.
Giovanni Reina, Borussia
Mönchengladbach, okay.
Goalkeepers no more bench, Chris Bradley. Chicago Fire. And McTenna.
And
so New England Revolution.
Good. Until looking at their team, no. most of the players who play in Europe near the normal bench women they are actively.
But only average.
But active play.
How far they can go also depend on who they are going to meet at the knockout stages. What I say, the one of the reasons why Arsenal about Champions League final, no, me can't say the only reason. One of the reasons a route in Arsenal final. What I say, and you know, say, oh, US now, person who advance to, who advance further in the tournament, pass now, Befano. What if they qualify to the next stage? Not team no be Shiano in the next stage, you know, France. Yeah. The first knockout stage, you know. And you know, maybe on betting me a corner. Me, a bit depending, your both group stages in we. They do knockout stages now. Depending on how they are going to do in the group stages, you know, anybody determine their path and who they are going to meet at the knockout stages. Knockout stages, you know, very important that you pray for the luck of the draw. Very important because one team be beating Makwa, doesn't matter how good you are. But our team, you know, pedigree or status, as our quality than you. And there are certain teams be like, when our host Gant Nidia, but won't intimidate you. Never. Won't intimidate Argentina. Won't intimidate France. Spain for bar, they will come and still impose their game on you. So they should pray very well that at the knockout stages, you know, Omunkoshia any of the powerhouses, and that will determine how far they can go in this tournament.
Yeah, more quarter final. But Andy said, just 1 minute. Where teams are Abuboya, a bit more Champions League, a bit more JJ Lego. Crystal Palace were beggars or Musa, and they were in Europe. Crystal Palace were in Europe, and they were European champions too. Juventus or Conference. Leverkusen were playing in the Champions League. Olympique de Marseille near Adingina. Their players are not too bad.
Mira say, Madam Sibe Baby, young Kwahu Manaso na Yenin Komoka Krana. On Thomas Partey issue ya Ababeya you do a chance you come Partey nankasa on the socials so I could make a poster. The poster I'm making is a visa denied. They can't stop my destiny. I'll let my football speak for me. As I speak to you right now, statement be from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And so et me Abba Archesini and Rebecca young common. But young common so any chairman Bright can Cambodu in Komo on this issue and of course the World Cup nankasa in general. Chamo Yamawache Abu Akwaba.
Yes, also Sonia Abelopuna, Mitchell
Obiajo super. Chamo, common and Rami who say Wako be Eddie at war, Emra, Koba say communication from FIFA statement about say Ghana, one of our key players, Thomas Partey, Canada for denying entry into their country based on the issue of war, US. No, so control say, oh, you're shocked. How shocked were you?
I'm still in shock. I mean, I'm still in shock. Never be around in there, and one of the things, this party issue, we are very surprised with the Western media, and meaning words. I'm very shocked with the way the British media are handling this. I'm very shocked with the way the international media are handling it. I mean, with the exception of the Spanish press, the Italian press, African media outlets, I mean, all the others are taking it to see say, Partey guilty until he put himself innocent. And that is not the law of natural justice. And they say, Andy, to say it's where it's a China. Above all, every pagan who knows sorry or so. Gianni Infantino or Republic. Are we saying that? So, because Gianni Infantino or Republic. Yes, you have any one here, right? If you are Gianni Infantino could prove say, on Republic, every problem you know about one. If you just your money, just or not prove that or innocent. It is absolute nonsense. I was saying, to say, again, I hear Cosuna again. And you need to be a crowd. But Benjamin Mendes and Northern teaching the world something, especially those people who are presuming Partey guilty even before court will ever trial. Benjamin Mendy was sacked from his team. He was an outcast by the world. The media made him feel guilty even before the trial. He decided to fight the case, and eventually he was acquitted. What I say? Eventually, the trial, the verdict, he got a not guilty verdict. I only was eventually because I was there. I've been seen there. Ubi any woman for me, having a compensation hold and your top hold. Sadly, can cause many union, and to me, she'll be living okay. But then there's some fun. But then say, only guilty. And I'll send the country and the council. Now, Canada for the even on my now, yes, a party. I don't remove room. On my now, I'm going to room. On my own, man, crime in room. Yes, a move. On my now, is a party review. So, mine, room. All other places, United States, or Canada, so many remember there because of those charges. And not double standard. Say Canada for now, Corona, Cancer, Omatan, Omabiomos, Omra, and the US was saying, according links to terrorist institutions, terrorist group, say, and then the group. But Canada is all the bra. Not double standards. And so I'm very surprised. I'm just hoping that the Minister of Foreign Affairs said, I almost say they are going to fire this Sardini because they say, Ghana, and you guys, you get Janima Bibrimanico. They say, may I not support violence over anything. But when Ghana also decides to show action, say, listen, your citizens are not better than our citizens. Fine, I don't move very well. What I say, but my money looking like I said, woman, more pressure than here. I mean, something we in your you don't can be here. Now, FIFA, no, you say, on the way to German, even the USA, America goes there. People can't do anything. In this instance, too, the only people can do is to appeal. So, yes, we are showing you that. Yeah, we say, we peers will say, what's the point? I say, I don't do that. So now it's up to the Foreign Affairs Ministry and the government of Ghana. Almost and what is the party a target for all of them? After their target, and this thing has to stop. Football, I don't know why hypocrisy is creeping to football the way it is, because Andy. In nine kind of question. And so we are some tools for our for.
David.
What is the world turning into? It being this hypocritical. Now, say the buyer is in for some more drink or whether to fit on the party. And I see as in fee. No bunch of what from Cho. Say, and that's the thing. Say, I don't need to say, yeah, you should get hands. I say, I will just a matter to the war. And to Obama, there's some tools, the potatoes do the thing. But this one, yea. But potatoes one, yea, Obama's way. It's any Sadia, chicken hands. Oh, I say, yeah, born, say, yeah, and I like to tell you, listen, the Ghana government and the FE, meaning say, second naked to Kunin for more Ghana football teaching. I know even some of the players are listening to us right now. Listen, how many better than us? They are humans just like we are. And there's almost a Ghana say, I'm a leading line to picture. Tom and Tiana won't beat a single one of them. Near the most here. Why did you even like I said, I'm better than Ghana for me? The Ghana government should fight this, and we are just hoping that every day, party, you know what, Toronto, Andy, I think that and the program because I know I say we get my mom for that kind of when you use a party is even a strong person. Party name also on the BBN Shikino. Now I am just hoping and praying that this will be a party tournament. I'm just praying for that boy. Say, me class why I know any on one in Yamiasem, and your court to qua on the castle. But the way the world is, trying to crucify this boy before his trial, I'm just hoping that Bobo be a kind of you so be my blast partner. Maybe you are seeing there who said that is Thomas' party. And he has our support. In fact, Ghana finance support the party in this challenge. You see, all my family will be at our bantinity because of the way we are still and you have finance.
I tell message, see, visa denied. They can't stop my destiny. I will make, or say I will let my football speak for me. But, Chamo, na ye perceive bisa us. Akuba ni say, ebet me enya nsunsan so ebi ewo ye team ne so. where psychologically and your game lankasa because coach Iba Enche and you know so rely on players they've been with the team for some time. And when you talk about that party, one of them leaders on the pitch in the party, one of them, and we akoba in a game. Obia feel say anya we cry in the group no Panama de I say 3 points. With this issue abano, evidence will be your team this so.
Definitely evidence is so it's a party free team because you know as a coach, you know, or players they are not so I mean party semenyo you know, I mean that players, you know. It is only central to the coach's plan. But if you transfer, the GD say, it will say, and I was turning into positivity. Who can say, Carlos Quiroz, the press conference, someone can say, the players will be arrogant. Any Saudi, how is he going to deal with them? And I'll say, having arrogant players and at the money all the time. Say, if the arrogance is channeled into winning, so what I say, the players are so arrogant to the level that they don't want to accept defeat. Also, no, sir, arrogance is positive. I'm just hoping that Carlos Quiroz, after all the experience, all the years he's coached, I mean, he's coached at the very top level. Oh, for a coach who have handled the Galacticos of Real Madrid, for a coach who have handled the Portuguese national team that Cristiano Ronaldo, I'm just hoping that pep talk to the team, and that's what they are boys and say, listen, let's go out there onto the field and show the world that we support him and we are winning for him. And then when you're ready to say, everybody will be not FIFA final because any to show the world that listen, we are united, we are one Ghana. But and only idea I was boys yes idea so come team no money looking like go patadi any high and yeah I've been say the lowest me feel say your team the lowest team no and in terms of ranking when you talk about ranking they say you're the lowest ranked team. We have always been the lowest ranked team in our group every time I go World Cup. We are always the lowest ranked team, but we always make it beyond the group stage, with the exception of the country or Brazil and of course being fantastic. Because Ghana, what's the record? Maybe say Christian Maxwell no 1 year. Your second group game year World Cup. We don't lose. What's the
yeah.
We have never lost our second game in the group. It's England in Navy. You Panama because the Panama game we are winning. South Panama game and yeah, Canada for you. My spirit we are winning that game. When we win that game, then England you know more as a man you Mabeka.
Chawo me da say nemo mansa na ye be mo akon me Hugh say into the US Army was sending me flyer be a natural justice for Thomas Party. All Ghanaians in the US are invited to join this peaceful demonstration Monday 15 June also time near 9 a.m. Venue Canadian Embassy Washington DC. Omode no so dia but chairman here World Cup Lankasa
that shows you how Ghana we are. Ghana, we love ourselves. So Ghana I was a Ghana for for instance, me time for you, your president, Efrimu, former president, the late Johnny Vasatamios, the late Jerry Rollins. So okay, the way Ghana in unity, everybody was wearing black in their way in the morning mood, even people who did not like him. What I said, that is how Ghana is here. Young boy use the man now, US now. Planning this peaceful demonstration. There's a protest, and a violent protest, a peaceful, to demonstrate to the Canadian High Commissioner and I say, Ghanaians are not happy because party is going there to play football. Some predators, he's going there to play football to represent his nation, his country. To represent his country. It is that simple. And only idea Thomas Partey in fact, Thomas Partey only any business Canada except to go and play for Ghana. because FIFA and the Ghana to FIFA and Ghana to was the Boboa, Kono Kopesho. I'm just hoping that say you wait for now, somebody almost say Uma Tandi and Oman Tiasian. I'm just hoping that they will come out to say something. Because say party there and they are some say and everybody wants to speak about it. Mr. Potikana for I'm just hoping that they will do this and they will send a message to the world that this thing is not right. Nobody is guilty until he proves himself innocent. And Rani say, you are innocent until you are proven guilty. Party say, menye, Obana say, why ye? It's your Obana word against party word. And nothing amra, nothing your law courts. No. So they go there and they fight the case. They are ready.
John, just before you leave us, no, you walk up, no, bars, no, saying the city after Edna opening ceremony, as how much opening ceremony, America, no, saying this because not earlier reports, as I say, America found no money that you're too interested in the World Cup as a soccer nation than for movie that Mampeni crash UFC about to be or White House. What the old crew any results are almost a kind. Okay, you know, boom, send a feeling in the city of America.
And the question America for say omo sport how many Japan. I mean, in Kamu Bian to say the football in Kamu. The NFL, football, baseball, basketball, those things, athletics, and so born with Chigaka. Oh, but Emra, the way even here when you Jersey, some parts of New York, the game look as well. Now, said the amount for 2020 when we share US colors and then number because US is Yakono. And then this World Cup, Andy, Emra, the best game we watched so far in the World Cup is the US game. The best game so far. The best game so far. And so far, the US team has been the best team so far. Because, I mean, Mexico needs South Africa, no? Then the standard need is slow. If South Africa did not compete, almost say African Yankees, you Africa begins some power. I mean, you say, baby, you know, Andy, Adibu, oh, yeah, what's Adibu a coso? So why you be and show the bank the on wooden on you? The Bacoso, why? In Africa is showing South Africa it's rap. Say, enough is enough. This thing about Obianka say, my illegal migrants now come. Find a way of sacking them. 7 predators. US have no deportations. I just say, Omochenko for ice and Chichenko for that. But in US of what you go for few boom. If you musica, someone come crum. When you do that, then it becomes an attack on the citizenry. It has nothing to do with deportations in this animal. But I mean, you Mexico performance in Sosa. It was only because they played against a very poor South African side. Now, South Korea match, so you know, years against Czech. I mean, the second half South Korea came in the game almost exploits, but game in itself not standard in Sosa. In the same way, I mean, look at Bosnia. You know, I mean, it was a 2 teams in the modern mononet awful. It's the US, you know, and the pager and put him and unim say win so should pay up enthusiasm very well because remember the interest of the American people in the World Cup because now everybody knows that the US have won. And genuinely, Andy, unim said the World Cup US time a year starting so at the time when they are playing the NBA playoffs final. What I say? Oh, I mean New York Knicks for a long time. To mean Jibida, try somebody. And before but definitely, the 2000 is growing up, and the US the way they won. I mean, not a massive. Now, I'll share Stasa, a go PMO Stadium. Hey, have told us something.
Hey. Me who Bill Gates na men who Ghana and Josie Kenya or America na Shimdila Ade men who know.
Me news no honey be a young fan to as well because
Say post me who say only nam e wa America or say post ba kwa ye wuti bi ye no say oben to ko ba bi say at least odu akoduro dey say no odu be di akira na.
Oh yeah, but baby say on family cause me book as or catch us say you know on tries or the did in the Chaco baby. But then look I say who Bill Gates at the stadium. Tom Cruise. Oh, Tom Cruise. He was singing the national anthem. I mean, Mama Mission Impossible on this side of it. And we saw Tom Cruise at the stadium. David Beckham. I mean, David Beckham, they said, Obianim, on any posh. And now, Karim Abdul-Jabbar. You know, about 14 seasons for LA Lakers. And now, Ted Lasso was there. I mean, I'm starting more George Lucas. And I know also a stadium hall. And now, Brad Pitt.
Not Brad Pitt, so
not Brad Pitt. And now, Sofia Vergara.
David Beckham.
Sophia. Owen Wilson was at the stadium. And also superstar Jamie Foxx was at the stadium. And now, Paris Hilton. And so, supporting US team, you know. And now, Derwin James Jr. And also, I mean, you know, and it was massive. I mean, the way US for the stars in the corner, it's a no chill BB. So all those people who ordinarily are interested in baseball, basketball, and I mean probably we must have for a Super Bowl, and I say the NBA playoff final, and then be a baseball, and then be a Stanley Cup final, and I'll be more. All those people were there to support the US. I mean, Bill Gates, I'm not one day would be events like this. Not Bill Gates, it shows something is building up. And at the end of the win US in Swabwa, because now the next game of the US will attract more superstars and more celebrities. And those people, wherever they go, you know, the cameras follow. Wherever they go, the attention comes. A building, so far, African country boy, South Africa, and also South Africa, and South Africa for great disunity common. Because almost you'll be out of the group. Into China and Morocco. Anyhow the others so fair. But generally I think the World Cup momentum and is building up. And all games now, with the exception of the Czech South Korean game at Yenya full stadium. All the others, the attendance is massive. The attendance is massive. And I'm surprised to know that even game for the man game I hear that is sold out.
Oh, okay. Chamo, you better say now in himself from next week you know bon koma obeben Black Stars team ni pa na yaji first and information how do you know that's me
definitely you go Canada next year by Tuesday we'll be in Canada we'll go to the Black Stars camp. The Black Stars team is on Rhode Island. They'll be free on the 15th. So yeah, could be a day and papa near show. We'll go to the camp. They will unite the tifo. But Andy, I mean, it's very difficult watching this World Cup. A lot of times, you know. For you particularly, when you say every weekend, yeah, can even your thing. Because we can know that in the end, and a match not all. Because the match is on. At the end of the year, say, and yet a whole corner time they had you. My memory, and the US game number 9 p.m. Oh, the public
2 a.m.
On 10 p.m. Who's America with different time zones?
Yeah.
Your baby America, a lady, hano, 4 hours. If you lead here 1 hour, if you lead here 2 hours, it depending on time on born on. For instance, and the game back on and I do 12 hours. Is it the techie game, no?
Yeah. Okay. Techie in Australia.
Techie in Australia game, no?
You're 4 hours.
The 12 midnight. Since the moment I mean, New York, New Jersey side, Virginia, near Indiana, Mulidi, South side have 4 hours. Imagine say about 12 and I do this and I don't know what I also sleep transfer game, no. Double game you can say 2 and a quarter. Number 4. There are some of the games that only say yeah, more 4 Ghana, no more you can be 5 a.m. Or more you be 6 a.m. Work up with times, but we'll still follow. I mean, when Ghana is playing, they are definitely say, I wonder how much 2 grand and how much 4 grand. When is Ghana? You miss penny. It was a Ghana no album money.
Thank you very much, Chairman Bryce Kankambodu, for update. Audiama Nyakovo Yadma said next week. Yebesa about Unche. That's be right. For Chairman Bryce Kankambodu and Motise Yenino Ebon Komono Waka party and Seminaka cry, and of course walk up Nankasan. So after the opening ceremonies, no any other said fever no is here. Before I join the conversation, I make the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The statement be about Bontini, Honorable Ukujeto Ablakwa, and Ninsa Eshan, and this is the statement. And Yemfem Kakra na Yemfa and Twayon Common. So say Ministry of Foreign Affairs press release government of Ghana's statement on the refusal of Canadian visa for to Mr. Thomas Tei Party. Accra, 13 June 2026. The government of the Republic of Ghana expresses strong reservations following the high-handed and extremely unfair decision by Canada to refuse a temporary residence application for Mr. Thomas Tei Party, a Ghanaian national and key member of Ghana's senior national football team, the Black Stars, which is participating in the 2026 FIFA World Cup. We are informed that the Immigration, Refugee and Citizenship Canada IRCC arrived at this outcome on grounds of inadmissibility under paragraph A36 1 section C of Canada's Immigration and Refugee Protection Act. The decision is understood to be based on pending criminal proceedings in the United Kingdom that have not resulted in any conviction or judicial findings of guilt. The government of Ghana reaffirms the fundamental legal principles of the presumption of innocence, a cornerstone of justice and due process in democratic societies, while respecting Canada's sovereign right to enforce its immigration laws. Ghana considers that reliance on unapproved charges in the absence of judicial determination raises fundamental questions of fairness and proportionality. Accordingly, Ghana is pursuing active diplomatic engagement with the relevant Canadian authorities on this matter. On June 11, 2026, the Foreign Ministry of Ghana dispatched an official note of protest to Global Affairs Canada. The note also requested that Canada reviews its unfortunate decision. The government of Ghana is determined to explore and pursue all available diplomatic, legal, and administrative remedies under Canada and international law, including where appropriate, judicial review before the Federal Court of Canada to ensure full and fair consideration of all relevant legal and factual issues in accordance with due process. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Honorable Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa, has additionally been holding talks with Canadian officials, including the Canadian High Commissioner to Ghana, Her Excellency Mariam Montrates, since this came to his attention. Government further notes Mr. Party's selection for the upcoming FIFA World Cup and the significant national and global sporting considerations at stake, and therefore urges Canada to rescind its decision in the interest of fairness and cardinal principles of common law. Ghana remains committed to constructive engagement with Canada authorities and to upholding the rule of law, human rights, and the presumption of innocence. The government of Ghana cherishes our long-standing excellent bilateral relation with Canada and hopes that diplomatic approachments within the context of our historical, cordial, and friendly traditions will lead to an amicable resolution in a timely manner. May the beautiful game of football continue to live up to its reputation of uniting nations, forging lasting bonds of friendship, playing by rules, and promoting fair play both on and off the field. We a statement if the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Christian, almost the on this same subject matter.
Already a statement in Andy, the underlying factor, any presumption of innocence. You charge you are only guilty. na amanfo bebree eka including our social media followers no say emra ewo Canada and they say a charge you are whether you are guilty or not no you are prevented entry into their country. No problem. The precedent this one is setting is that in future certain countries will use their immigration law to and in future countries be weaponize their immigration laws to weaken opposition teams. If FIFA decide not to step in, now okay, country be immigration law there, mean to bring step in now. Somebody nyabo. One day, a top country be corrupt country be a kobo walk up. Some country need an immigration law, ever preventing most of their key players. Swear the immigration law. Ama o Messi now the Lebano immigration law no Messi will not enter into a country. Some then FIFA then intervene. Ebasana FIFA will then intervene. Me say there are certain precedents in future no. Most countries are going to use this. They are going to weaponize this to weaken opposition teams. Yeah,
any kind of African aside has never say yeah about World Cup qualifiers. Na me no points gap be about 2 points.
Yes.
Me shower ma qualify. O bodra wo ko. Na last game yeah bo me. Now the over o the Messi ba. Na makacho say Messi na immigration law. Messi issue be see e ma kwan ma Messi me wura me
Messi kra no growth moves na the war no man be nyi be ball no me Ghana mra no tia ntimi ma Messi me ball.
Say Spain ya say la mi yama o se no fam penny o no penny for na twem bana. Sa de Canada say we ntimi fam.
Certain countries are going to begin to weaponize this immigration law to weaken opposition teams. It is a bad precedent that FIFA is setting. Now the what they say will be say Canada for immigration law or more used to prevent Kanye West or someone from performing in the no problem. But only set is our precedence in the two or more. Next time will be the big do a patent in the account. Next time baby play be a huge or bigger than party. Not country be the same in immigration law no. It is football that is going to suffer. Now me I'm almost a demonstration in support of party. I'm going to my invite. I'm going to my home. Peaceful demonstration for party. On my dear Mamma Ghana phone. Tisiana Mekache Masu behind the scenes. Sasem to Ghana and Niwa. It doesn't matter, baby, I got anything. Nancy Ghana for Konya South Africa. Unse wunye Ghana nini etete na baby o free doesn't matter kan we ya yeah samre no so ye infantini we ya nwani we ya bununi we ya hwan na
MPP
and the tikoma say divide ye ho no se wunya hu se wunua Ghana ni pe no wabontia where he come from where he belongs religion wo doesn't matter
na say yeah against South Africa MPP for anka say omo de omo nyom na wabem Ghana nyina na ya against no
and you know once I party baby a party jina no I want Ghana for nyina jina me I will never support a rapist because obi rape obi a me fa dia rape the same ko ye me nia back me fa asem ni say it once party is pronounced guilty I know there I'm not going to stand with a party but until party ebe do level a court ebe ka che party say there say ye dia to no so say why no party ye no I am not going to stand against party. I stand with a party until the party be guilty of the offense as he has been charged. Sure. When we enter certain countries, death penalty so much. It me ebu asem. Ebu kumfo. Ekuni pakro. Maso. 20 years later, ne se say pakro ekunu no innocent. Even court. Yeah, the Assembly court, MOB me court, na court a bunifo. Less years later, now Sababon, says any pakro na the same court, a one for no new evidence about who said court name mistake. It's even in court to cry and say, a before quarter. Yeah, now but kakra. Yeah. because later years later no obenya new evidence say ni pakrokra no say court na odi na sem in the first place no enya evidence bi new evidence beba e be ni pakro na di bem na say there was a program bi as omo here Ghana prisons almost visited prisons. I think some you know UTV also
crime check for
no and yet Uti obi somebody who prisoner. Or prison because we're a good lawyer. Or prison because nasem no one not because we're guilty. Just imagine say yeah bu obi kum for. Yeah, most of these American movies, our crime scenes movies, you know, it me kum obi. Nandi pakure ku no. Years later, investigations bet me Lydia who say that person I kuno no and they say no ni for and the ukuni pakro wi na ni pakro na afi ni for how do you compensate the person what kunas we outside the life kwa and you know presumptions of innocence a fundamental principle of law. It's more than a Canada for a immigration law. Yeah, the same too. So now standing trial, you are not permitted to enter into their country. Yeah, now bedroom maybe no. Certain countries will weaponize this to weaken opposition teams. Trust me, we will get there.
Okay, now coming what you
It's a very, very intelligent question. I remember about so for that. Now, Bisa say, anacrism. No, because I say. Ebi a Messi na asem no e father ho na Ronaldo ni ade na Lami mo a ebi a Mbappe Dembele mo a ombe ne de unse ye sha se ne ka se we are all no equal ti asem e di be di obi ne emfendi but what I say we mo a odo mra no ho but they will change the rules because on mine no say on sanam say bia ever say Canada any ebi a Spain that works again or the di Lamin. Yeah. You know, coach, you know, all the weekend Spain team was not qualified. Oh, because World Cup now, bono.
Not so many no. For instance, Saudi Arabia, who see the World Cup. Not player we gay. Saudi Arabia focus we again. Yema one time to a country. What will FIFA say? Saudi Arabia and the gayism nessa, lesbianism nessa, LGBT no. Almost so. But I say who players are openly they come out and say so me gay. Yeah. The Western world accept it. But some player ne ko World Cup. Na Saudi Arabia ne host World Cup no. Na sa country ne ka say there be me there I don't accept gays. Yeah. It me my own ma. Andy, what will FIFA say then? Be the FIFA beka. Me say maso what the enya see man na ho. Kwasia and no say what the me yon here me. One day, certain countries are going to weaponize this, and Omoa and the Omo trumpeted this, will be affected one day. Saudi Arabia, may one place on many opportunity towards the World Cup, and most of these European players, will not be prepared. Some will
yeah, and also indeed, I understand very difficult for us almost over to our mama. Also, where to make us no more here. But I say you talk of Messi, Lami, Ronaldo, Mbappe, Dembele. Or more BBR, it will be resolved earlier because we want to go World Cup now. Tournament now go. One year it's a more country in the grand. The women are motivated the phase of it, and I'm motivated fans. And meaning, so what's here? Yempas a World Cup minus all these stars. Although a World Cup, but excitement will not be the same because Ronaldo alone, with his presence with the social media and the numbers, or they become World Cup views near Messi, Modio, or Modeba. It even makes it interesting. Meaning, so what's here? It's not because I'm running it to me say A is A. Bedru baby are the same member for the benefit of the country yet to me so overlook it. And he said, what's a massive Nasia? Me fancy now cover the dead penalty. Say Yani yes. But you drew be to me no way M1. Internet drew be am running to me amende. Intim running be a nay, but what's another the same running it. But so mine who said they stand to benefit hugely Kranam Rano. There is a way on Beko. And Nuntina, me are very happy the way the minister has spoken. And I think the young guys who are ministers are doing a hell of a job. Ye born wa baso. And you him the entia. See me ha. Somalia ya ma referee na nkone den omo ye. Referee ko dru fie na den omo ye.
Heroes welcome.
And a stadium omo bo se. Omo wukura. afekura na US okro mu si okra omu kura madwen ko so so we hero okrom ka kromo
UEFA for I man
UEFA dey ade na omo ne car fa ya to that say ombeye that I say program exchange program with the referees no until we buy no omo ya ene be ma omo adwuma na nya ade ya ade na omo ya to that na omo apa and he's the best African referee so he deserves it but me say dia why no I say omo come when him ba jowuti ene unwura ho kra unima unwura ho kra wo kra de unwura ho and is what I say Senegal for they no omo ye omo njai say ka say either so be $50,000 out to answer no 15,000 more officials near the Yamom Hill. Wouldn't see a best start to walk up Yanni Aquam Brase, but also with me. Why wouldn't my Bobo be free park no so I could be at the ability? Nanam Pasanka cars cried you ruling neighbor. It is sad and to me, oh, maybe I'll quire Andy Bajoti, Oquio America, over say on the walk up to a Mauquine. Ain't Andy sad little details now, ye can't. Yempesi a bit get it to the bottom of it and not sad thing our implications because Senegal may yes also your mind or more hard than it. But said on hard Morocco during the AFCON. I teach on call for the good idea or more say about to turn my yam peneno. The best I tell people them rabas why wouldn't you bed until or be free park and so I could only
Morocco was a bad host.
Maybe the omede and on call for so quite rough for Morocco the Echo Mugum. June said they've also been banned. Because the issue is that although a normal fault to cry, they wouldn't want a situation where the same thing at the call for the issues about. Okay, Andy Bacho, why not Ghana? Say Ghana drew baby or more the cracker lesson no Musa ye frame. Other than Ghana or your mom or my or like or money and yes, matrius canto. But what I say, it is Sunday, yeah, Ghana, yeah, penny for a minister and a manager. We had a statement or the Abana. Christian, the relationship was factored. Can be you can't force will be mind your own. And but every nation is a sovereign state. It is so decided so you have no idea. It doesn't go anywhere. You Togo cannot tell Ghana what we should do unless
Saudi Arabia did be England. We are gay. We are not going to permit. We are qualified here, but you know, enter.
Yeah, it is also we again here. Saudi Arabia also have frewa and one said team in the minko. And because you know, say oh, consequence but there is a way. And Mecca say oh, call the holy city or Mecca. We near Muslim crown row. And now hono twin tonsa. You dare not NC. But what I say, we are not telling Canadians say we know better. Now we are not fighting with them. What we are saying is that the fact that Leo Messi, Lamine, Ronaldo, and Mbappe, there will be an adjustment for them to play because they're going to be the face of the World Cup. Yannick can have a very good relationship. So we are building on the relationship to tell them, yes, Romo, to me, Romo, Andy Bachoti say, by yes, Romo say, player win or your treasure, am I? And a tournament near Kobono, Ghana, so the Ebo be anything. Because Canada can move free members support Ghana. And they are Ghanaians, what Canada, our lifestyle no, is being one of the best. Like, they are good people. Shout out to Ra Kwame, Toronto, Canada. Big up. Yeah, they are very good people. Yeah, me too.
Who's a Ghana for demonstrations for America? Now, Canada for more demonstration. Nobody need to pay. Ghanaians demonstrating in support of party.
We are not telling the Canadians what to do and what not to do, but the relations you more Kase. Omonsan take a second look, but what I say now, Omoma ye play an but that's what we are appealing to them.
Okay.
So as a Canada needs to back Ghana bear off. Yes, you need
okay. 02.
Then on you pure yeni pabone asem na abanti Canada for no munye bibi.
0240 929256 0240929283. Also agent channel ehia pa ofra na wabudin ne ba bia akasa free na waso akire wa adwene menko lines ni. So hello.
Oh, Andy Casinas Bakupe.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Patricia Bendy in fancy Seria.
Ben, into
also, I'm Casima Bojuma and Islam. I was seminar to you know by you see the first the I must say, but for a starboard bit imagine him for either a control boys in his own Abubia Chuma and crown with my control. but say say players so almost said no so no more bomb ready see into inside reverse ni beam na on the so Panama there Andy Castras they say Panama between na born Croatia team between in terms by and I'm share US born be there we say US for born the England for your mudi there Andy Castras the crow have men England there make my bell full make my bell full into Ghana there make my confirm 4 points there by Bompire Andy Castras man could be Benji
when you made us say any also contribution on the show 0240929256 0240929283 fra na also watch wagene. Hello. Yes sir, good morning.
Good morning.
Never told you about Kasefri.
We did the one taxi down like Kasefri for other state.
Into
Yanko Poncha and Mojima family.
Amen.
Hey master or Bejo as a thought now Nepato US like Canada and Mexico. No when rain na say nipa ebe bawo eno mo kwaji ade no enti efre mu tutu players no kra de eni pa se ko mo venture mu kra o mo kra no mo bo ta te se de o kan no o metna ho e me bo ble bi a Canada ibi kra England wo kra no a o mo de so bo no kra o jina court no eni o ka so wure kro no mo be ko na Canada enti o munyai de o mo cheche no mo man kwai no mo bo why Ghana real de ni na be ne party jire ma enya ma ofi ma entosini enti o man kwai ni aka se party ni mtin bi asiri why o man kwai no bo party mo kwai be slim
merci.
On peut gonna be excuse.
Hello.
Good afternoon, Andy.
Yes, sir. But you didn't make us a free senior. Okay. Okay.
Andy, maybe a basic sometimes, me you are a boy a bad, they do a good. But you know, Andy. Players now Mokobo Bono, Obi who says a party Ecobia, Ebianca party best started. The player cry. There's an opportunity now down on party. Andy, that player no, and take your opportunity away. No prove no wrong. Because Andy, how many matches you ever won in Canada? She ever started returning to USA.
Your boy, and I saw returning to the US.
And she enjoy now player now, you didn't catch a party. Andy, on your no prove say. Mean sub opportunity na means first position if you are returning to US Krana or performance bema more bontina den akasamo say koye party and what about the rest of players na omukoye no enti opportunity ni nie abamu obi ebia party koye anko be first 11 but they say party anko enti coach ni bema obi abo ti sa player na ye bema na bo no and ebia ono so ne time ni enti die besi bia no. And sometimes, you know, I never want to transfer, but they go on and transfer. And the FM Pibonta team, now 1 match there, you better go back, party or US, BBNC, or when I do your mind, say no more so more Andy, yes, million money. The FM Pibonta team,
okay, Mirasi, party, because Sports Center, and I'm a traffic light, Ghana Jesus, no, Mestre Selva, the Debo matches, Nina, no, okay. Ema yenkobo Canada yenkobo Panama ni wi na fi no ayeso obepe Jesus bi anhia na pressure enso aba so bi me hu se pressure e we Jesus ne so pa ba Rock Sports Center obenya bi atumi to. Hello
Andy.
Yes sir.
Emwache
Majoso
obi bi ni techini aseso
nti obi ni
na mi shira pa e ba cho kotokofo hu ye
ai
omo ye
ai
de nyame ase unse got the company for nama scout to go. Echo wake up ni ga players dia play. Won't you?
On our come actually.
Oh, any patre ko.
Oh, okay.
Mu community players jama kotoko.
Community to players the one ball come you abakotoko.
Ai, up players dia abakotoko. Mombo wake up ni bi.
To say la mi yama money that player.
Aha.
Okay.
Any patre scout me en saneko.
Oh, okay.
Ai, ntinya glokra. Na the can say medium wojidie pass Ghana beko finance. Beko finance because any swadi huna menya no ano dene. When swadi hunu so de me to wa enya san petwa. Enti o ya Ghana ni amo nenye ye ko finance se ne tie bia ye beko finance. Patebo wa mu Ghana ye beko finance. Nyagopon o shirawo.
Nyame inshallah super obibility na when issue adi we sisi so dey abode akese nko a well merasi me share na me fa the next call. Oh kafra hello.
Yeah, Andy.
Yes, good afternoon sir.
Andy Mediana Kofi Watson no cham for market and look at come for there on your bonnet. Andy.
Yes sir.
Na me muza o say Canada kurumo obi a repu okurumo da. Canada kurumo no. Obi a repu obi okurumo da. And the question me buta o.
Ntimi nya no senior.
We are saying kind of correct there na panel video can. We are saying kind of correct because Andy, why can't na ya kobo no? At say Africans no. Ya ye bibi e na mo mpese be wudom ko na me mbremu obi a say ya Africans na. The paying for it is in Maya. Kim Krum moment boy to get out. Kete Yabo qualified to Kruma, the last match I ever. Now Shem Ranche was stadium now, and you've been on the air to USA. A one I do not have many for what here and go pay about Ukraine. Thank you paying for you, Kray, Maya. Uncle Casanum can't go the uncle everywhere. Me, I know, Cate. Some yes, I may care you. I will say me, you know, what that means. Me plan a class of our brother. You can't go for nothing, pay no with him. But that's something I'm working. Canada, Obia Repobia, what that? I'll interclude him. And I must say, my party, about 1 month to pay, or Buckroon, my about 1 month. Then 10 minutes over, what I done in America. Now, America, crown, I'm a crown. On my party, my after I can come over to Kayano, I am what I said, okay.
Okay. Happy birthday to Nana Jumai. Nana Jumai. Boss, happy birthday to you. If I tell rank kasana na your birthday no. Na escape me kakra. Naji. Happy birthday, big brother. Nango po mishra pa guys nyina say young wish you a happy special birthday. Are you belated by me say na nema bisi okurunwa. Na ajuma ndi enye o birthday kura ni dim dia o ye na asakosi o birthday. Nti enezi no ya na madrop location no. Na ya fama up no de echi. Naji, happy birthday to you. Sanso and Udru Kraya, happy birthday to Dorothy Abubakar. Dorothy Abubakar, Ewon Kraya, and Ewawoda. My young show a happy birthday today. Dorothy, happy birthday to you. Sanso and I say happy birthday to Anita Ote Tafu, and Ewawoda. Now we free your sister Portia, and we'll see young show a special happy birthday. Anita. Happy birthday to you. If you was happy birthday, Mrs. Vida Apia of Ebenezer Methodist Church, Bremai, from a church members, almost see and show a happy birthday. Mrs. Vida Apia, happy birthday to you. We say happy birthday to na SENA EMT Apia Emmanuel, Ewo Agona Ambulance Station. Nti Openya Apia. And now happy birthday to you, Dr. Eagle. And I see and we show this birthday shout outs. Yemfa Emma. To your penny, happy birthday to you. Producer, a birthday.
Yeah, my birthday. You are a special one being to you. My minion the first was. Yamkwana. Oh, Bacho Mumrafona. We a superstar iconic birthday wish live on Pure 95.7 FM to a lady. Oh, Andy, Mr. Maminge, Mr.
Microphone
I would distract me. Maminge, Mr.
Microphone on. Obia microphone.
Oh, distract me.
It's all Canada.
Your birthday 400. Obianka, sa Maminge, my dear Mr. I read them, but you may start. Okay. A superstar iconic birthday live on Pure 95.7. It goes to a lady, a queen, and an empress. Miss Precious Amakeso Afuakwa. Precious Ewo Obuasi, yeta friend cookies by. Any birthday, so I wish you a precious happy birthday with longevity in good health, favor, and success. Happy birthday, Precious. God bless, Empress.
I think you beat me.
I feel I'll pay me.
Okay. Yes.
Producer, this is the producer. But now,
I know where you to overcome. Yes, no, sorry. I go down now. Yes, a star supply. Yes, see, opening.
Hello. Another for more. I'm not man, and I watch you pepe. Oh, a child crew. Oba pay friends at the letter doing your friend until your day. When you feel you watch me, and Jamia do mammy day, baby. Oh, we shall know whom we were child crew, cramming and let you crack. And what for Poku for years about Mr. Beatrice was over. How about this? I don't remember. Because no more baby, 20 by Alabobet. Are you there? Me here. Ode we just brass and bia. We just brass and bia.
That's a broad town.
Oh, broad town, but me here.
Mati, say your point, you man.
Now, us if I'm a crowd, I don't mind.
But broad town.
Oh, I will be bro. Livo. Jamia Pastor Jamia Saturday.
Oh, okay.
I man and I go credit crack chowkroom.
Okay.
Jamia do to suffer for a jump for jam neja. And cry and let you crack.
Okay.
82 years.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Maminchia born again. Canada born again because I'm saying at the Ben and me Canada. Born particularly my name Bobo. Bon yeah chamo mubeba me sure say free Tuesday could be around well in Kiabu chairman yeah he chiro ha na omo aye adwuma no efiro enso etmedia mai okay na nyankopon ya aduma football game bi ebaso ewo Oforikrum KCC School Park nyame aduma eye ochina Sunday na Muslims select side any Christian select side ti so any mrantie no say nyame adma Sunday omo to Sunday afremu nyina se bombra Oforikrum KCC School Park na mo me support na games no and a lot of players and ebe ya around obma be sia kan ti baba ya anu nyina ewum a chese obno be hihye so a Muslim select side any Christian select side and ebo right. I would avoid young fan, Nedumadian so Asia na Impida mu. Abishos Ebabeto, Yanko Yaduma, Ebesia on Monday. Na Dio Hubiano, Yadonsem, and said about Max on County Christian Kajikop. I choose any team no, and so Eboy, Marcel, nom Clifford, a Jare Trent, Bright Usu, Omina Eboy. Meeting at the Andrew Sosu with your friend and Let's have a wonderful stay and enjoy your weekend. Ekramina.